Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
So guys, I want to break down a series of videos. We're going to be talking about dating. So let's get into it.
My name is Malik. Nice to meet you.
Hey, bro. What you doing?
I can't shake a hand, bro. Why?
Good, bro.
I'm Malik. Nice to watch out, but you.
Bro,
That's
like
your dude. My name is Malik.
Did you hear me?
Watch out,
Did
bro.
you hear me, bro?
Watch out.
Did you hear
She
me,
can
bro?
talk for herself, bro.
Like I said, don't step none.
She can talk for herself.
Cross this line, that's your ass.
She could
Cross the line, that's
can
your
talk.
ass. Cross the line, that's your ass.
Watch out, bro. Watch out.
Cross the line, that's your ass.
Oh, you good? Watch out, bro. You good? Watch out. You tripping. It's a video. You tripping. You're tripping. Watch out, bro. Man, it's a video. Yo. You,
I'll cut my shit, boy.
what's your name?
Damn, what the
What's your name?
Nurse, bro.
That's your boyfriend? Nah, you just talking to him?
Yeah.
Put my number in your phone. You tripping.
Damn,
Why
you
you
just shake your shit.
shit? Put my number in your phone, though.
Damn.
People be tripping. Yeah, my name.
And that is wild. Okay, so we got a brother who is doing a steal your girl prank, and this is a very dangerous prank to do, as you guys can see. But in this case, the woman wasn't necessarily even this guy's girl, okay? He just white knighted for no reason, or should I say dark knighted, okay? Because he is over here about to get in a fight over a woman that is not even his. And you see that she's not even his because she gave the phone number to the light-skinned brother even after all of this. Even though he got pinned up, you know, he didn't really defend himself at all. So a lot of guys think that, oh, you know, if you can defend yourself and you're just like this big, strong, masculine guy, then you're going to have success with women. And I'm going to tell you that's further from the truth. A lot of these modern women, especially younger women, they want the e-boy look. They want a skinny, like cute in the face dude. And that's what they're looking for. They're not really looking for the guys who can necessarily physically protect them. They're looking for, you know, the skinny nigga bust down type. Okay. So this just goes to show, I mean, there's multiple different dynamics going on. For one, it's dark skin versus light skin. And then for two, it just goes to show that the guy who's being more macho and more masculine is not the one who ended up winning at the end of the day. It was actually the brother who was, you know, you could say he had more feminine features. Okay. He didn't really defend himself. He let another man pin him up and he let another man manhandle him, but he ended up getting the woman at the end of the day. So that really speaks to what modern women are actually looking for. And the reason why I don't think this is fake is because the brother actually, you know, he suffered some real injuries, and, you know, it definitely hurt, obviously. And, you know, it's a wild, wild situation, y'all. But I wouldn't advise you to try and take somebody's quote unquote girl in this way. But it just goes to show the loyalty is not there. Even if the guy presents himself as more masculine. All right, guys. So the next video I have for you is about a brother who was talking to a sister until he found out what she looked like without makeup. Listen up.
But when I found out what you look like under that makeup, I ain't never call your ass again. I ain't never call your ass again. I ain't never call your ass again. I'll have that bitch around again. I'm gonna be real. I did try to talk to her. When I found out she looked like under that makeup, she ain't never got a call from me and never got a text from me again.
So y'all heard what he said. He said that the woman, they linked up, whatnot, and he figured out what she looked like without the makeup. And this is high school now. And after that, he was like, it's a dud. I mean, it just goes to show how deceiving the makeup is nowadays. And you have younger girls who are learning the dark arts of makeup at a even younger age. And it's pretty much impossible to really know what a woman looks like unless you are in the shower with her, quite frankly, or you waking up to her and her makeup done wiped off on the pillow. All right, guys. So for the final video, we are going to be talking about, yes, IR dating again. We're going to be talking about Michael B. Jordan and how Black women, specifically women of the community, thought that he was corny before, and now that he's rich and famous, now they're on him. Like Mike Jones said, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. This is the same situation that happened to Michael B. Jordan, okay? And I've already told you guys that a lot of these sisters do think, you know, the average Malcolm, the mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man is not attractive, and they think that he's corny. Just like what I broke down in the Jonathan Majors video, it's the same thing with Michael B. Jordan. Black women thought that he was corny until he, you know, became famous, and now he's eye candy. But back then, he was a Malcolm. He was a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man, and they didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And this proves my point right here, this video of L'Oreal. And she is a woman who's been on Angela Yee's lip service, and she's like in media and whatnot. But she actually used to know Michael B. Jordan from back in the day, from when they stayed in New Jersey. And I guess they went to some type of arts program together. And, you know, apparently she called him corny. She called him corny. And if I'm not mistaken, I kind of remember her calling him corny on several occasions, even on the Angela Yee lip service podcast when they were talking about Lori Harvey. So let's get into the video.
Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name, but yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Yeah, he is.
So, shall we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name, but yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. So
I love that. I love that he checked her, man. I love that he's like an elephant, okay? He doesn't forget. He remembers who counted him out. He remembers who dookied on his name, okay? He remembers who made fun. He remembers all the women who were kikiing and ha-haing and laughing. But guess who got the last laugh? Michael B. Jordan, because he's 100 times more successful than this woman will ever be. And she can't hold up a finger to the talent that this man has. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. When you are a Malcolm and you build from a third level Malcolm to a top tier Malcolm, a high value Malcolm, okay, a massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man, then the world is your oyster. Everything just starts to seem a little bit more easy. It starts to get in the groove of things. And as a man, you have time to build this up so that nobody can count you out anymore. And this is exactly why Michael B. Jordan seemingly has a preference, because a lot of sisters count him out because he speaks the King's English. He don't talk like he's T.I. or Lil Boosie. You know, he speaks eloquently, and he has home training. He has manners. He doesn't sag his pants. He always goes out and looks presentable. This is why he was overlooked. This is why he was seen as corny, because he didn't tote a gun. He wasn't playing sports. He was into the arts, okay? He was into acting. He was into, empathizing with people and being able to play certain characters. And all these women were looking for were thug dudes. And if you know anything about L'Oreal, she definitely has been passed around in the industry, okay? So that's the reality of the situation. And I love that he did not, I love that he did not let her get a pass. I love that he did not allow her to get this interview off without checking her and, reminding her that, hey, you wasn't really rocking with me back then, but that's fine. That's okay, because I've been with women who are 10 times better looking than you. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan for checking L'Oreal when she tried to put disrespect on his name back in their youth, okay? I want you, Malcolms, to understand and remember this moment. This is why guys are dating IR. This is why guys are getting their passports and, going overseas, because they understand that they are going to be valued for who they are, outside of the Western matrix. So you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp. So I know you pay your tithes, man. You already be on your motherfucking DM with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne, coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne. So guys, oh man, we have a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. Oh man, it has been a crazy, crazy week. Absolutely, we're going to talk about the Michael B. Jordan stuff. We have to, guys. I mean, there have been more developments. There have been more developments. Yes, there have been more developments. Okay, we're also going to get into the King Richez podcast where he had the Frank Castle 2 bitches. Okay. My nigga had to kick the hoes out, bro. All right, or should I say Brev? You feel me? He had to kick them hoes out, and we're gonna break down their Instagrams. We're gonna we're gonna break down why they're for the streets. That's really what we're gonna do. But I do have some other videos that I need to get caught up on that I was gonna make individual videos for them, but I just have so much content and it dates back so long. But I do want to get back to the L'Oreal and Michael B. Jordan stuff, because the podcast that she was talking shit about him on actually resurfaced. And if that's what she's been saying on a podcast, imagine what she's been saying in real life, okay? Let's see. Let me go to where I seen the video. Let's see. I'm gonna pull it up. Give me 1 second. It's a lot of videos that let's see. We're on World Star. that are I don't know, hard to find now. Ever since Q died, this shit this shit has gone to shit. So let's see. So we got the full clip, obviously, for the Malcolms. We got the full clip for the Malcolms. And then we also have the clip where L'Oreal actually did talk shit. L'Oreal talk shit about Michael B. Jordan. Man, there's so much stuff because I actually want to break down like the whatever podcast stuff too. Shout out to Brian over there doing great work. But there's just so much. And now L'Oreal is trying to play the victim. L'Oreal's trying to act like, she's getting death threats and all that stuff. And I mean, it's like internet trolls. Let's see, but I'm trying to find the original video. Where L'Oreal was actually indeed talking shit. Let's see. We got Main TV in the building. He says Demon Time. Spark that shit. Says W for the hardworking guys out there. Yes, the Malcolms. Make sure you throw that acronym out there. We need people to understand who the Malcolms are. W for the hardworking guys, aka the Malcolms, the mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men who work the 2 to 3 jobs to get your money up. Your 20s and 30s are for us to play in our late 30s and 40s while the 304's get ran through and passed around. Facts. Spark that shit says work hard in your 20s and 30s, my guys. Yes. House of Lamar says the guy is live 365. Cash God says where the brown rubber bands at? I got the black ones today. Talking about Michael B. Jordan. Boom. Let's see. I'm trying to find the video where L'Oreal was actually like literally talking shit. But obviously Google is trash when you search for it. All right, anyways. We're going to get to the full clip because there was a little bit more banter from that video that I showed you guys. So I'll react live to it. Okay. Here we go.
On the Hustle Show, we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark. Okay.
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name, but yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people that you were directed with versus?
It was awesome. It's a family vibe. Last nine years of my
What the fuck did she even say? She said, how was it working with the directors that you were working with versus what, bitch? Hold up.
You were directed with directing, obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people that you were directed with versus?
Directed by. And then she talked about some verses. What, bitch?
It was awesome. It's a family vibe. Last nine years of my life, I spent on the Creed films. They're very supportive. Tessa, Felicia, Rashad, Wood Harris, people that see me grow up.
He dropping names there. He flexing on her. That's what that was. He's dropping names. He's flexing on her, man. He had to. He should have. These are guys that she is or that he is connected to. These are guys that he is connected to, and obviously, I mean, when it comes to attractiveness, objectively, there is no comparison. Okay, he's objectively more attractive than her at her age, and it is what it is. Status wise, physicality wise, aging wise. This is what happens, guys. Those women who fronted on you in high school, they definitely start to age poorly. Okay. They age poorly. They age poorly, man. And that's the reality of the situation. And now you have Michael B. Jordan, who is being reported as the sexiest man alive. Okay. And the reason why he's being reported as that, along with Jonathan Majors, is because of his marketing, guys. You know, Michael B. Jordan, I love the guy. Okay. Seems like a great guy. I think he's super smart. He tries to do the right thing. He got burnt doing the right thing, trying to date within the community, and it burnt him. Okay. It publicly hurt him in a way. Okay. Honestly, it didn't do much to him, but it definitely swayed the perception. And he looked like the cleanup man. Okay. He looked like the guy who was getting the sloppy seconds of everybody in the industry when he's the top dog in the industry, but he's going for everybody's sloppy seconds. And then the fact that he wanted to take things further with her, wanted to marry her, and she said no. Like this is one reason, and this is what I'll say. I love Michael B. Jordan. It was corny to go public with Lori Harvey. I'm not gonna lie. If you want, and people are saying, oh, well, he did it to, you know, win black women back over because of, you know, the Black Panther movies and all this good shit. If you wanted to do that, do it with an unknown black woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do it with like some bad thing that you found that nobody publicly has touched. You have those resources, man. This is why these guys, they need to watch guys like me. These guys, and I mean, I don't care how much money you fucking got. You can't buy street smarts. You can't buy that game. You can't buy that, you know, that ability to observe where you are in the sexual marketplace. You can't buy that. That's a feeling. That's a swag. That's a way that you move. Michael B. Jordan, you should have never went live with Lori Harvey, bro. If you wanted, man, I would have piped that little bitch down and like kept it moving, bro. You know, I'll fuck her as I would. Honestly, I would have just fucked with her as long as she let me fuck with her. I wouldn't have pressed her on nothing. I wouldn't have made it exclusive. I wouldn't have went public with it. I would have just papped her out until she said, oh, what are we? And then I would have kept papping her out for like 2-3 more times. Then she gonna catch on and be like, oh, well, I'm just a pap teen. You know, when you got the bread like that, yeah, you could trick off a little bit. Hell yeah. Buy the bitch a $20,000 Rolex. Or buy her a $5,000 Rolex and bust it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever you got to do. Make her feel special. Make her feel, you know, good and shit like that. I mean, when you're dealing with multiple women like that, you have to give them gifts and trinkets to keep them going, especially, you know, if they are celebrity women. And she was very much moving off of the look of it. So I guarantee if he would have sent her a Rolex and engraved her name in it, she would have posted it on the gram, secret admirer. For at one point, there was a secret admirer, you know, between Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, but everybody knew Lori Harvey had a secret admirer and they knew she was like flexing with different, but they didn't know it was him yet. Then they go public and Michael B. Jordan's like face card like goes down at least 20 points. 20-point face card reduction or deduction for dating the class whore. Every single person, like everybody in the industry done hit it. Diddy, his son. Once you go daddy to son, it's over, bro. That is not a woman that you take seriously. That's not a woman that you take seriously. Guys, get your super chats in. Shout out to Alpha Zoe. He says, welcome to the throne room. You already know. He says, your dog in the building. Yes, sir. Alec Baldwin, not Prop Gun, says they the same age. He looks 10 years younger than that clown looking ass bitch. Facts. Alpha Zoe says, corny kid, right? Yes, sir. Alpha Zoe says, we go way back. Nah, stay over there. Yes, exactly. What that nigga Fresh said, stay over there. Yeah, bitch, stay over there. House of Lamar says high value Malcolm. Yes, a massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. Another dollar says, here's the fact of the day. Every single one of you guys have a flawed misconception of women. Come on, guys. We have to start talking to women in real life to understand them. So, bro, I actually do talk to women in real life every single day. Trust me, I understand them. And the best way to understand women is, I'm going to keep it a buck. They're not going to keep it a buck with you unless you fucking. They're not going to listen to you unless you fucking, or unless you their employer or some shit. Or you're their dad. And even they daddies, they don't listen to. That's why we got so many hoes on OnlyFans. So you saying all that shit, but, I think you're wrong. I think you have a flawed misconception. What is the misconception that we have? I'm trying to figure that out. You just said a flawed misconception. Be specific. What's the issue? This in Life says, this encounter brought tears to my eyes. He handled it perfect. He handled it so precisely. And Joe Budden's bitch ass. Okay, hold on, because we got to call Joe Budden out. And I like Joe Budden. I like his podcast. I think, I think the way that Maul and Rory shit, the way it went down, I think he handled that horribly. I think he handles a lot of things horribly. And I think he's not the best diplomat. But he says some weak ass shit, bro. He says some weak ass shit about Michael B. Jordan, talking about, oh, well, this is why we think you corny. Boom, boom, bam. I'm like, nigga, you are lame as fuck for this. So let me go to it really quickly. Because Joe Budden actually, he basically is saying that, it's a lot of people actually online who are saying that, oh, well, Michael B. Jordan is lame for doing this. Da, da, da. No, the fuck he's not. No, the fuck he's not, bro. This is every man wants to be able to say this at one point in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, she slept on me. And bro, when you are a young man, your childhood, bro, the fact that them hoes were like coming down on him for, and L'Oreal literally said, oh, well, your little photo shoots ain't gonna do shit. Like, what's that gonna do? Your little headshots, that ain't gonna do shit. That's literally what she said that they were saying in middle school. I think they met in 7th grade. And I'm gonna give you her explanation too. She's full of shit. She really is. And the thing is, people gonna be like defending L'Oreal, bro. And I like L'Oreal. I love the lip service podcast and whatnot. But let's keep it. But let's not act like she's just some fucking saint. Okay, she be on a lip service podcast talking about all types of nut sacks she's slurping up and dick she sucking. And look, I'm not trying to judge her, but I'm just saying you're single, bro, and you're what 40, 50, I don't know, late 30s at least. Late 30s at least. Where's that damn Joe Budden shit? Let me pull it up. Because this shit that Joe Budden said was actually, in my opinion, very game goofy. Very game goofy. But anyways, let's finish this up.
And for the fact that I stepped behind the camera and finally got a chance to direct them, they loved it. They embraced it. And it was a wonderful experience.
And was it difficult for you mentally because you're coming out of a different space? Was
it difficult for him mentally? And then, he fucking with Jonathan Majors. He fucking with Jonathan Majors and shit. Fucking up her interview on purpose, which I think was good.
I didn't know he was doing the athletic kick. I mean, I was staying in it. This is about show.
Isn't this the sexiest man show off right here? Who's the sexiest man? Because now
So the sexiest man show off. And let's keep it a buck. A lot of these women were dubbing Jonathan Majors in his youth as well. I think that's one of the reasons why Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors get along so well, because Jonathan Majors took the art route too. Like, if you look at his headshots from back in the day, he was doing this very young and he was taking the artsy route. Okay. He was taking the artsy route. And he was doing, he had that recent photo shoot that I didn't necessarily agree with, but at the end of the day, he's playing the Hollywood game. He's doing, honestly, he's doing what they tell him to do. That's a whole nother topic. But they have something in common in that I think a lot of sisters would definitely dub them. I did the video on Jonathan Majors where they said, he's civil rights fine. What the fuck does that mean? If a black man said, what's her name? The girl from How to Get Away with Murder. Damn. I don't know why I keep forgetting her names. But I mean, let's say if somebody said, Wanda Sykes is civil rights fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, sisters would not be rocking with that. They'll say you hate yourself. But like all the women are able to say, oh, well, he's civil rights fine. They're basically just calling him medium ugly, bro. They're calling him a Malcolm, a medium ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. All right. Oh, let's read some more of these chats. Damn. Sorry, I'm trying to do a lot right now. Like I'm sorry. I don't know why, but like I just forgot how to work Instagram and I don't know where to find like my recently liked pictures at. I think it's in privacy. No, I'm tripping. Anyways, I'll find it. Cash God said, Tino, my ex that I haven't spoken to in over a year requests to follow me on Instagram. What's that supposed to mean? Shit. I mean, if you're private and she requests to follow you, I mean, she's just trying to keep tabs on you, see if you came up. If you ain't come up, I would not allow the request if you ain't came up yet. Alvaro says they used to laugh at my dreams and wouldn't take me seriously until I took off. Facts. Alec Baldwin's Not Prop Gun said I'd get her the Chinatown Rolex joint. Facts. Bust down some cubic zirconia. Yeah. He says exes will forever keep up with you and watch your life. Keep self improving. Get richer and make her regret ever walking away from you. Yes. Alvaro said whenever I meet up with old classmates, they hit me with, OMG, you have changed. I can't believe it. I always knew you would be somebody. They really do, bro. I got a personal story too as well. Another dollar said it wasn't directed at you personally, but men who make content bashing women typically have been hurt by women. Okay, so he's coming with the who hurt you thing. Look, bro, let's keep it a buck. Everybody's been hurt. If you don't fuck bitches, you've been hurt. If you are a woman and you've had male sexual partners, you've been hurt too. If you are having success, you've been hurt. If you're not having success, you've been hurt because people are dubbing you. Everybody gets hurt in the dating market. I hate this fucking, these guys who talk about women are just hurt by women. Bro, everybody's fucking hurt by everybody. It's not even, and it ain't even really no hurt thing. It's like you had a bad experience with somebody. We're not creating a blanket statement. When I make my videos, we are reacting to specific situations and we're breaking them down so that men can learn from them so they don't make the same mistakes. We talked about Michael B. Jordan's flaws with that he cuffed up Lori Harvey and he made it public, which was a flaw, which was, in the player handbook. I'm not even going to lie. The corny word comes to mind in the player handbook when you do a move like that, when you cuff up a known thought. So, and I love Michael B. Jordan. I don't think he's corny at all. I really don't. I think he made some mistakes. I think he is, unfortunately, blue vitamin as well. I think he doesn't have that knowledge that he needs in dating. And I'm sure he fucked more bitches than me. But at the end of the day, you have to move smarter. And I know it was like a power play. He, everybody's saying, oh, well, he did it to win over black women and shit like that. Like I said, you can find an unknown black woman and do that with. Another dollar says you have to wake up and boss up your own life. He also says guys have to start taking care of their hygiene, not you specifically. Okay. Alec Baldwin's Not Prop Gun says get that who hurt you weak sauce out of here. Facts. Alphazo says it took almost 35 years for Michael B. Jordan to clap back and get his justice. He did it strategically and executed like a boss. He absolutely did, man. And that's my thing. Guys are mad at him, but he absolutely did it. For one, he did it so professionally because he could have fucking walked off. This bitch was making fun of him in the past. She said he was corny. She said he was this. She said he was that. She was, talking shit about him. So he didn't even have to do the interview. This is the opportunity for her, not him. This is an opportunity for her, not him. Okay. And that's the reality of the situation, bro. That's the reality of the situation. This is an opportunity for her to get an exclusive interview with the director of Creed 3. Okay? Like, she shouldn't even be having a conversation with him, honestly. It's really outside of her tax bracket. So he didn't even have to. I mean, his time is billable hours. His time is valuable. He didn't have to give her a second because shit, his time is probably worth over $1,000 an hour. That's how massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men move. Their time is billable hours. Discipline equals freedom. Michael B. Jordan gave her that look. It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Yes. Another dollar said, give blowjobs. Okay. Alpha Zoe says 90% of women do the hurting. Men are left to pick up the pieces and rebuild themselves. Why aren't men given that excuse? Exactly. Another dollar says to get that top, you have to show or you have to shave, bro. We all know this. Come on. Hold on. What's he talking about? I'm lost a little bit. Alec Baldwin says Alec Baldwin's not prop gun. Only lames use the word bashing. Exactly. Fucking pussies. Oh, you're bashing, dude. No, I'm talking shit about that. If you want to say, oh, you're bashing, no, I'm talking shit about this bitch. I'm talking shit about this nigga. Whoever. Joel Hefe says, I'm hopping from live to live. Is it LGBT safe in here? I mean, it's always LGBT safe in here, pause. But, you know, as long as you're not a pussy and you don't get offended by shit, because, I mean, I'm definitely not finna be up in here. Well, I'm not going to get to that conversation as of yet. I'm actually trying to find this damn Joe Budden shit. Damn. I should have saved it. I knew I should have saved it, but damn. But I got some other stuff saved too. Let me just see if I can find it. Let's see. Oh, Romare Dubois says he could have done what Giannis did to Malika Andrews at press conference. Giannis got up and walked away. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Joe Budden. So I got it, guys. You knew your boy was gonna get it. Hey, man, this nigga Joe Budden is definitely off base when from, you know, let's see.
The sexiest man, because I thought you said you're on the way up. He might be the one right now.
This is the one. This is the one right here. Yeah.
So is it a tie?
No, it's not. We don't compete. Yeah, we don't compete.
Two number ones. Batman and Batman. Or should I? Oh no, can't say that.
And I think honestly, she's trying to emasculate them in a way, right? Get them pitted against each other, right? Like as if they're supposed to fight for, you know, some type of attractive superiority for her. Like, ma'am, Michael B. Jordan is getting women, you know, half your age, bro. Like, you don't have a shot. Nor do you have a shot at Jonathan Majors.
Superman is Superman. Sorry.
Luck with that.
Okay, so you also are going to do a new film with Will Smith very soon coming up. Is the rumor out there?
Not sure. We're still working on the script. You know, that's something that I plan on doing in the future. Not sure when. You know, these movies. I'm just trying to get through this project.
Right.
When I get finished with this one, then I'll figure out what's going on next.
How is it filming in Atlanta?
It was amazing. I've done 4 or 5 films down here, shot a couple television shows. So Atlanta's a second home to me, and I love coming down here.
Favorite restaurant here?
Oh, man. Whatever hotel I'm in, their restaurant.
Well, you're not corny anymore.
We found spring.
That was whack as fuck. Well, you're not corny anymore, man. I mean, and you know, I know we're talking a little tongue in cheek. I like L'Oreal. Like I love the Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast because that really put me on game as a young man. Okay, the shit that they were talking about on there, when I was listening to that shit, because I was big in radio. I used to do radio in high school. Sorry, my dog. Get out. The hell wrong with that boy? Anyways. Where the hell was I? Okay, so yeah. I liked L'Oreal. I like her. Okay, I really do. I like the Angela Yee lip service thing. They talk about if you want to know like female game, just go to Angela Yee's lip service. I mean, that's pretty much all you need. Especially if you're dating in the community, it is very helpful in dating in the community. Honestly, like lip service, Slick got me. They Slick helped me lose my virginity. I ain't even gonna cap. I'm not even gonna cap. Like I had done some shit here and there, but like actually the straight insertion, I went to Angela Yee's lip service and they were telling me how to initiate that joint. And then like her whole virginity story is kind of crazy actually. But that's for another day. That's for another day. So anyways, yeah, I mean, Michael B. Jordan didn't have to give her no damn interview. And then she talking about, oh, well, you ain't corny no more. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Joe goofy ass. And I like L'Oreal, but, anybody can get flamed. Anybody can get flamed, okay? It says, if any other black multimillionaire embarrassed a woman working on a red carpet because she thought he was corny in 7th grade, y'all would call him a lot more than corny. Also, I work for me. And I'm not firing myself. I said what I said. Get off my dick. Love management. I mean, we gonna listen. But I don't know what the fuck they're like, niggas. Bruh. We are so obsessed with, if this black this and this black that, dude. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Look, I get it. We're black. Why is that you can't talk to a black one? Bro, L'Oreal is fucking high yellow. She's mixed race. Why are we giving this mixed race woman the black card? She even said niggas used to make fun of her in high school about being the white girl because she was so light-skinned. Bro, how are we just giving her a black card off rip? I need to see her 23andMe or some shit like that because I'm black. She's not black, bro. Like, damn, y'all need to stop doing that shit. Oh, if a multi-black woman embarrass her, bro, fuck out of here, bro. There's been worse things on the red carpet. And then Joe Budden's, and I like Joe Budden too, but anybody can get this flame. He tries to get on his high horse. Dude, you have a battered history with women. As much as you say you could talk shit, about, I don't like Reclaim Your Throne. Oh, he wears a roll-up shirt in the gym, or Reclaim Your Throne does this and Reclaim Your Throne. He talks shit. You can say whatever. There's nowhere in my history, nowhere in my documented past where you can find any instance or talk to any of the bitches that I fuck and say I put hands and feet on them. And I'm not saying Me Too doesn't happen. I'm not saying false allegations don't happen, because I heard the story of what happened between him and Tahiri, and it seemed like, it was a fucked up situation. Obviously, he should have been walked away. He made mistakes. That's what it sounds like to me. But let's listen up to him really quickly while I make sure my dogs ain't doing no funny shit. Let's listen up.
Dog, you doing that to a girl is some corny.
I can see that.
You being
That's
Michael
true.
B. Jordan today, allegedly sexiest man alive in all of these blockbuster movies.
I agree.
During your highlight week, you've probably never been more visible than you are right this second. And that's what you do to her. And if I bring back them white girl rumors, then it's going to sound even crazier. Because why are you talking to our sisters like that on the red carpet? We ain't even talking to white sisters like that. But I'm not going to make it racy. They say I make everything racy. Mm-hmm. That was corny of him to speak to that girl like that.
I'm not disagreeing. I would have made
Michael B. Jordan. That's why they call you corny.
Off air. I would have made a joke off air like, word.
Hey, Creed. Hey, what's his name?
I wouldn't have did that.
Hey, Creed. In case you were confused, that corny shit you did is why niggas think you corny.
Yeah.
In case you were off a little bit as to why you just keep thinking that money hides corny.
Let me tell
Dog, you doing that.
Bro, bad take. And a lot of people would say that Joe Budden is corny. Remember, Migos said, if that nigga hating, call him Joe Budden. So, like, a lot of people would say Joe Budden is corny. I think everybody has their right to their opinion, and people are going to say, oh, well, you're corny, Reclaim, or this person's corny and that person's corny. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But at the end of the day, what do your results say? My results say that I'm doing pretty well in life, okay? So Michael B. Jordan's results say he's doing pretty well in life. What does L'Oreal's results say? Her results say that she hit the wall. Her results say she's trying to keep, what's left of her looks and, try and transfer her beauty into something that is monetizable by her personality. And I know she's been in the industry for a long time. And like I said, I like L'Oreal. I followed her through her journey. And I mean, but she is definitely like, I mean, here's my thing. She hit the wall. She was talking shit about Michael B. Jordan. She's getting out of shape. He's up. She's not as up. That's just what it comes down to. His results say better, okay? And I mean, we can go through her profile and all this shit. She's been around a lot of people in the industry. I mean, how old is she? If we're going by the body count formula, especially being in the industry, it's definitely over 30. So as far as like sexual marketplace value, it's OV. It's OV. So let's listen to L'Oreal's take. I think that Joe Budden's take was weak. I think that I think that he's not really looking at the situation objectively. Anybody who ever shitted on Joe Budden, they never heard the last of it. He always drilled in. He always like dug in. There was a situation recently. Oh, Meg Thee Stallion with the Meg Thee Stallion shit, and Meg Thee Stallion actually got shot, and she suffered, some type of abuse, whether it be from Tory or Kelsey, but she allegedly got shot, rather, not actually got shot. But there's something, there was something going on there, and Tory Lanez took the fall. And what did Joe Budden do? He said, "Oh, I never liked Meg Thee Stallion. She does people that I know wrong. Boom, boom, bap." So this is the same situation. The reason why Joe Budden went so hard is because he knows L'Oreal. I know that they've been at Loudspeaker together. They both were connected, if I'm not mistaken, to is it Viacom? I think maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he knows her. He's connected to her. Angela Yee's lip service, I believe, was on Loudspeaker Network before it was a podcasting network. And he has connections to her. So he's defending her, which I get. It's his friend. But let's not act like L'Oreal is not in the wrong here. Okay, she was talking shit about Michael B. Jordan. He remembered it. He didn't let her live it down. Joe Budden's, if somebody was talking shit about you, you do the same fucking thing. And you probably do worse. You'd probably react emotionally like you did when you worked for Complex in front of the Migos and y'all knew y'all had bad blood. And what did he do? He threw the mic up and walked off the set and I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily mad at the way that he reacted because they gave him a bad interview. They gave him a bad interview. But at the end of the day, let's not act like Joe Budden's just like on some fucking high horse and that he's just like this guy who just respects every woman and he respects all women. And you, like, bro, look at her. I mean, bro, she's the same color as her hair. Dog. I mean, this woman. Yeah. I don't know her genealogy. I don't know what her parents look like. I can't give her the black card off rip. She's mixed race with something. Gotta be.
The narrative is crazy. And the things that people are.
All right, run it back.
Bully narrative.
So this was already going to get copywritten, whatever. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
It's crazy. And the things that people are saying to me, like they hope I get raped and killed and popped in my head.
That's some bullshit, bro. I didn't see one comment like that. And if she did... Matter of fact, I'm on her Instagram right now, bro. I don't see no damn threats. I see hard eyes, yes, L'Oreal, whatever, bro. I don't see no threat. Okay, here's her on the Creed set. LMAO, you play too much. She said Godspeed, but y'all go see Creed 3, though directed by my old quote unquote pal. So she's using it to cloud up, bro. So she's leaning into it, dude. Don't. And now she's gonna take the victim. Like, dude, what the fuck? She's leaning into it on her Instagram, and then she's gonna act like, oh, people are sending me death threats. Dude, get the fuck out of here. You're leaning into it. You love the attention. Fuck out of here. Stop lying. You love the attention. You're gonna use this to springboard. You're gonna talk about this for the rest, like at least the next 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. That's gonna be the conversation starter for everybody you encounter for the rest of your life. And you're gonna cherish that moment, and that's gonna be like let's not act like she's not leaning into this to cloud up off of it.
So it's one last be in the world. Like, I just think, like, if you were upset because you thought I called him corny and those are the things that you're rebuttaling with, it's like the crime and the punishment, that if that's what you thought I said, it doesn't even match up. Like, how is that okay? The narrative is definitely still pushed. I feel like I admitted exactly what I said. And then even those words got turned around. When I told the story, it was super lighthearted. It wasn't even in the sense of me breaking down the entire school experience. FYI, we went to school together for 1 year. So the narrative that I bullied him all throughout high school, this was 7th grade.
Nobody said that. It only took one time. You dub him one time, it's like, OV, you was making fun of the nigga. She was making fun of the nigga. She was making fun of his headshots. And I got the clip here too. We'll play it after.
We were like 12 years old and everybody made fun of each other. And then like I would get joked on because of my complexion. And, you know, I went to a predominantly Black school. So it's like white girl, you know, oh, your boy, now you're mocking me because of my boy. We made fun of each other.
So she's saying she went to a predominantly Black school and joning is what she's describing. Making fun of people is commonplace. Well, although I agree, it's different when like this guy may have had interest in you romantically and now you're just straight disrespecting him off of the straight, like he might have had interest in you romantically, right? And she's just going on this whole tirade about it, dude. Yeah, we got her the morning hustle, I guess. She's going to talk about it there. We're going to listen to this TMZ take as well. And I'm going to actually try and find the actual clip. Let's keep going.
With school, you know, that was 1 year. Again, I've never bullied him. That just sounds so outrageous to me. Like me bullying Michael B. Jordan his whole life. Wouldn't we have heard about this before this? Yeah, I do feel like he took everything out of it. It gave the Will Smith thing where it's like, you know, he's heard numerous people probably call him this before because this is not something we haven't heard, right?
It gave the Will Smith thing, dude. That's such BS. He didn't put no types of hands on you. He didn't react emotionally. He just said, oh, the corny kid, right? Then he gave you a half-ass interview and kept it moving. This isn't Will Smith, Chris Rock, and this is not that. This is not Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Dude, get the fuck out of here.
I just never said it. I've defended him numerous times just because of the fact that I did have a rapport with him. And I never said we were best friends. I never said, you know, we were cool. And that was just that.
You said we go way back. That's what you said. We go way back. What the fuck does that mean?
So when I was even asked to do the carpet, I did it because I'm like, oh, this is a big moment for him. And I thought it would be dope. Just the fact that.
What the fuck? Look at how she's trying to make it seem like it was a big moment for him to to get an interview with her on the red carpet. Ma'am, you're the fan. You're the fan. You are a fan. What? I thought it was a big moment for him. No, it's a big moment for you in your career to be able to say that you interviewed Michael B. Jordan. It's a big moment for you, ma'am. And as we can see, you're capitalizing on that moment.
Oh, this is a big moment for him. And I thought it would be dope. Just the fact that, you know, I did know him when he was young. And it.
So what is it? Did you know him or, you know, oh, y'all just only went to school for 1 year? Oh, I knew him when he was young. You knew him in passing. Fuck out of here.
Just went totally left. I didn't expect it to go like that. And some people did try to spin the sexiest man comment. And that was weird to me because if you do your homework, he was named the sexiest man in the world by who does that? Is that People Magazine. People Magazine does it. And then Jonathan Majors recently did an article, an interview where he spoke on, they asked him about him possibly being the sexiest man. So when I asked that was an all in fun question, literally trying to turn a bad situation into something good. And then that's when I was like, let's settle this once and for all. Who is the sexiest man between you two? They're both nice looking guys, you know, but no, thank you. That wasn't my goal to go to Creed 3 premiere and walk away.
They're both nice looking guys, but no thank you, dude. L'Oreal, get the fuck out of here. You fucked worse. You fucked way worse. Way worse. And don't even lie.
Because like Michael B was on General Hospital and stuff like that. So that was not our demo. So I left from there and went to Columbia High. And when I went to Columbia High, that's where SZA, Rotimi, and everybody. And shout out to SZA because she did an incredible performance last night in DC. And I did go to the concert. I did go to the meet and greet backstage because they wanted me to go back and talk to her. And it was so funny because the first thing she said to me was, oh my, I thought we went to high school together. Michael B. Jordan was in our high school. And I'm like, no, I went to like 6 different high schools. You know, I was an interesting one back then. He's doing this.
She went to 6 different high schools. She was an interesting one. What does that mean, guys? What do you think that means? Dude, I mean, everybody seen the inside of that one. Let's keep it a buck. The light-skinned girls was definitely getting around back in the day. If they wasn't cuffed up, they was definitely getting passed around. Let's keep it a buck.
This thing out here, I don't have no ill feelings, but it's crazy to me when people are like, well, even when they listen to the audio, it's like, well, you didn't defend him when she called him corny. And I'm like, and he's not defending me right now when everybody's calling me a bully because he knows I'm not.
Dude, I mean, he doesn't have to defend you. Dude, I mean, compared to him, you're literally irrelevant. Okay. And everybody in the comments section saying she did the right thing. They're saying she's just trying to victimize herself. Just take your L. Okay. You weren't the direct bully. You know, you were part of the people who laughed and pointed while he was bullied. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's one of those girls who, oh, I wasn't doing it. She's like Gretchen in Mean Girls. Is that the brunette one? The one who's not the lead, right? She's the one who is laughing at the one who says you can't sit with us, right? Let me see. The one, yeah, Gretchen's the one who says, Gretchen Wieners, you can't sit with us. Dude, that's who she is, except the black version. And y'all know the black version is gonna be way more brutal. Like we're probably not. Michael B. Jordan probably will never tell us what type of jokes they were cracking on him because it's so embarrassing. And I'm sure that affected his childhood, even though he was literally in The Wire. Like, these dumbass hoes don't even realize Michael B. Jordan was in the fucking Wire. Like, come on, bro. And y'all was making fun of him. He was in The Wire, I think maybe a little after middle school for sure. But here's like the main mean girl, and then here's Gretchen Wiener. That's literally who L'Oreal is, except the black version. But I mean, honestly, I would go as far as to say that L'Oreal was probably the head mean girl. She was probably the lead mean girl because usually the light-skinned girl is the leader of the friend group. Facts. And the fat dark-skinned girl is the mother hen. Like, I'm not trying to, but that's just how it goes in high school. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck. And there are some like bad dark-skinned girls sprinkled into the friend group. Maybe one. Maybe. But usually the light-skinned girl doesn't want any competition. So her best friend is going to be like, you know, it's not going to be the cutest one out the bunch. Okay, I'm just going to say it's not going to be the baddest bitch out of high school or anything comparable to that. That's just how the game goes.
We can get into it now. Now we're going to get into who's capping us, who's been lying to us, who's been spinning us, who's been BSing us, or who been BSing y'all. Now, on Thursday, we did an interview We did a couple interviews Thursday, but the first one kicked off with Kaylani. Now, Kaylani came in the building, and we're just going to make it
Dude, nobody gives a fuck about Kaylani, dude.
be upset and excited to take the social media. We put out an interview, things were being said.
Big up.
Now, people too that posted this up and back the morning hustle after things were being said.
Big up.
Now, basically, what happened was Kaylani, we put out an interview, and she looked very upset in the interview. Her favorite artist.
So they did an interview with Kaylani. It appears that maybe she feels like she was disrespected in that interview. And so where's the female empowerment? They rubbed Kaylani the wrong way, who is, a way bigger celebrity than they are. And that's what happened. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, L'Oreal definitely looking like she's about to be a grandma. The under chin is definitely showing. Okay, the jawline is gone.
Play around or mock around with things like that. Now, if it's something different if you don't understand. We asked her about this in the interview. In the interview, she continued.
So she's defending herself about an interview? Oh, I thought this was the actual.
Your music.
I thought this was the damn Michael B. Jordan shit. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Well, this is her podcast, The Morning Hustle, which, you guys support. I like L'Oreal, like I said before. But she definitely got her just desserts there. I want to find that clip. I know Coach Greg Adams had it. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. He had the clip. I think he was doing a live stream. Coach Greg Adams was passport broing it up. He was doing a live stream out of Rome or something. Let's see where he got this clip from. Twitter. He got the clip. Oh no. Let me see, because I want to show you the clip of when they were actually talking shit about him. Okay, got it. Okay, it's on Twitter. Let's see. Let me go to my Twitter real quick. All right. Damn, let's see. I'm trying to find the clip where she actually dissed him. Yeah. Oh, wow. So, I mean, people are calling L'Oreal out for Kaylani interview. So she's already like, she's a provocateur. Okay. Her thing is like provoking reactions. And that's what she does. So she really thought she was going to get the best of Michael B. Jordan on the red carpet. And he's just way too smart, way too witty, he's done way too much improv. He knew exactly how to handle that joint. House of Lamar said, isn't Coach Greg against Passport Bros? No. When did Coach Greg say that?
Putting you with SZA for some reason. Is that your type, or would that ever be your type, or that's just like a friendly situation?
I don't have a type.
You don't have a type?
I think people think I have a type because of the few people that they've, seen me publicly with. But I think everybody in my personal life is very understanding of the fact that I don't have a type.
Okay, so it sounds like they're talking about a homosexual relationship between her and SZA, and maybe L'Oreal asked her about this question and rubbed her the wrong way. You see her body language, crossed arms. She's not opening up to L'Oreal. She's not facing her. She's talking to her with the side eye. Okay, so this is, body language 101. She's not feeling L'Oreal in this interview, and I thought that we had female empowerment.
Yeah, she's my type if I had a type. Yeah, I like beautiful people that are beautiful inside and out, so she definitely fits.
But y'all haven't crossed that no scissoring with SZA.
No, we're friends.
No scissoring with SZA, and this is that foul potty mouth that she gets from Angela Yee's lip service. This is that potty mouth that she gets from the Lip Service podcast. She thinks like it's acceptable to talk like she thinks it's acceptable to talk like that to she thinks it's acceptable to talk like that to her guests that she interviews. I mean, that's not it, bro. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. like you never scissored with SZA. Like, I mean, honestly, it was a bar. I'm not gonna lie, but that's a joke that you probably make off camera, or if the interview is going better. She didn't like that joke.
Friends.
Okay.
That
What
was-
about Meg? I also heard Meg the Stallion before. Like
She's
they
also beautiful, yeah, but
Yeah.
she's a friend.
friend putting you.
Friend, like, why is she trying to make it seem like she's dating these women? Somebody said she's a solid 9. What you mean? Who's a solid 9? Are you talking about L'Oreal or Kaylani? Yes, we have the podcast audio from 2021 that shows that L'Oreal did not call Michael B. Jordan corny. That's what they're saying. But I have actually heard on multiple occasions her say some shit like that. And she was actually, this is what happened. So the girl who called Michael B. Jordan corny is named Dominique the Diva, but L'Oreal definitely participated in that conversation. And L'Oreal actually, what is it? I think she was when they went to the high school. This is a podcast audio from 2021. This is not even what happened in the middle school. So let's listen up. And this is supposed to vindicate her, but I still don't think it does. Let's listen.
You know what I really think deep down inside? I think that Michael B. Jordan is just like a nice, corny guy. And I don't mean that as a slight, right? I mean, we all know that the nice, corny guys treat you the best.
You know, it's so crazy. I went to school with Michael B. Jordan at a point,
and these are black women talking. And listen, she's telling the story about she went to school with Michael B. Jordan. And Dominique the Diva said, oh, he's just a nice, corny guy. And she's saying that she didn't mean it disrespectfully. And she also says that, and we're going to get into her post, she says that any black man that dates a white woman is corny. That's what she said. That's her opinion. So, you know, that shit is just like wild to me, bro. That's just wild to me. Like, they don't say that about black women who are dating out, but that's what Dominique, the diva or the queen or whatever her name is, that's what she basically stood on in her Instagram story. She basically said, oh, well, you know, any black guy who dates a white woman is corny. What? Like, how the fuck does that even make sense? But this is the podcast audio, and Dominique the Diva definitely said he's a nice, corny guy. But the thing, my issue is, what do you mean he's going to treat you right? See, these women, they act like, oh, well, these guys ain't shit. Oh, we're out here dating, and these guys, the men, the dating pool is trash. Dude, they know who's going to treat them right and who's not. Dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. They know exactly who's treating them right and who's not. Listen up to what she said. Listen closely.
You know what I really think deep down inside? I think that Michael B. Jordan is just like a nice, corny guy. And I don't mean that as a slight, right? I mean, we all know that the nice, corny guys treat you the best.
We all know that the nice, corny guys treat you the best, and they know how to identify these nice, corny guys like that. But guess what? They don't like the Malcolms. They don't like the medium, ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men. They don't like the mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men. They want thuggo in them. In high school, especially, they want thuggo in them. Now, college, they still be fucking with them off-campus niggas, but it's more sparse. They're more looking to deal with the athletes, but then when they realize that most of the athletes are dating IR, it's not just Becky's either, it's IR in general. Hispanic, it's Asian women that a lot of the athletes are dating as well. Once they realize the athletes are dating IR, they go back to the off-campus niggas. And this is what happens on the college campuses with the sisters that specifically go to PWIs. Some of them couple up with frat guys, like black frat guys, but and I know a lot of the black frat guys at PWIs are gonna be upset with me saying this, but I mean, this is just the reality. Guys who pledge a black frat, like the Alphas or the Qs or the Kappas, guys who pledge black frats at PWIs are looked at by guys who pledge black frats at HBCUs as corny. So the guys who pledge black frats at PWIs, publicly white institutions, they're looked at as corny by the guys, by the black frat guys who pledged from HBCUs. They're two different worlds. And yeah, he the bros, we the bros, whatever. Yes, at the same time, but also they do, especially now more than ever. Maybe back then it wasn't as much, but now more than ever, they do think the black guys who pledge at PWIs are more corny and less authentic black fraternity brothers than the guys who pledge from HBCUs. And how do I know? Because all of my siblings went to HBCUs. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I also been on damn near every HBCU's campus in the Southeast. So, you know, I definitely know my HBCUs.
You know, it's so crazy. I went to school with Michael B. Jordan at a point in life, and we went to Chad Science together in Newark. And to be honest with you, we teased him all the damn time because his name was Michael Jordan.
You heard her. We teased him all the damn time. We teased him all the damn time because his name was Michael Jordan. And guess what? They probably was like, oh, you ain't putting up no threes, nigga. You ain't crossing nobody over. Nigga, you ain't Michael Jordan. You can't jump from the free throw line. You're not athletic. You're not this. You're not that. You ain't him. And then they were going and fucking the athletes and the hood niggas. I'm telling you that right now. Why you think L'Oreal transferred so many schools? One, she was probably getting a lot of fights. Two, she probably didn't have a stable home, possibly single mother household. And three, she was making a name for herself. And this is how women get into fights in high school. It's most of the time over a boy. Most of the time it's over a boy. So like they're like, oh, well, we were making fun of him because of his name. No, I guarantee y'all was saying all types of shit. Y'all know how niggas be at school. Corny ass nigga. You ain't Michael Jordan. You a cornball. You ain't even like Michael Jordan. You this, you that. What with your lame ass headshots. She's literally about to say this. She said, we teased him. No, you made fun of him. You made fun of him. You made him in his like during his maturity, right? During puberty, you made him feel insignificant. And imagine if people did that to young girls who were going through puberty. Like, ha, your boobs ain't big enough, da-da-da-da. Like, dude, y'all know y'all would be like, oh, he's a bad person because he was making fun of this girl. But now it's L'Oreal. See, this is why they don't really want equal rights. This is why they don't really want equal rights. Shout out to Prime VA 757. He said, bruh, at any HBCU, the women chased after us, athletes or the locals, hood dudes from off campus. Facts.
Hold on. Yeah. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside.
Exactly. Like, people know, I mean, and this is the thing. I played D1 football. I partied. You know what I'm saying? I definitely went to parties. Now, I didn't get drunk. I don't drink like that. But I did party. And, dude, I've seen it all. I've seen the HBCU side. My brother went to Albany State. I got niggas in Fort Valley. I got niggas at FAMU. Like, I did the whole thing. I got niggas at Southern University. I got niggas at Grambling. Okay, like, bro, we did it all, bro. We did it all. I've been on Clark. My sister went to Clark Atlanta. My other sister went to Spelman. Okay, my stepmom actually went to Morris Brown when that was still open. A lot of niggas don't even know it, man. Y'all Gen Z niggas don't know about no fucking Morris Brown. Fuck out of here.
let's start there. And he was no Michael Jordan. And then he also
he was no Michael Jordan. So they were making fun of his jump shot.
Would come to school with headshots. And back then
he would come to school with headshots for his acting career. He would come to school with headshots for his acting career. So the corny shit isn't the corny shit isn't even what they made fun of him for is worse than just calling him corny. And we know that they felt on their heart that he was corny. But the making fun of this dude's literal pictures of him trying to get exposure for his acting career is I mean, that's even worse than just calling him corny.
that was like in the hood. We lived in Newark.
Yeah.
Like that's the hood. You know what I mean? So we would make fun of him, like, what you gonna do with your little stupid headshots? Like,
Wow. So that's even worse. What you gonna do with your little stupid headshots? That's worse. How are people defending her after saying, what you gonna do with your little, and I mean, this is what I'll say. Y'all see the pictures of L'Oreal. She was a lot more attractive in her youth. If she would have stayed in the gym, she'd probably still be really attractive to this day. She's gotten a lot of plastic surgery done. I know this for a fact because I listened to Angela Yee's lip service. She's gotten work done. Facts. She's gotten work done. It's not even up for discussion. So she would look a lot better if she stayed in the gym, but she didn't. And guess who did? Michael B. Jordan. Okay. So saying that, oh, what you gonna do with your little stupid headshots? That's worse than calling him corny, because now you're crushing his fucking dreams. And guess what? He shot up like an asteroid. He's the man that you wish that you could get. Michael B. Jordan is the man that all these sisters wish that they had. And guess who he's dating now? Becky, Consuela, badder bitches than you. You can't make this stuff up. They hit him with the Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. And listen to the shit that she says later on in the little discussion too.
Headshot. And back then, that was like in the hood. We lived in Newark.
Yeah.
They're in the hood. That just because you live in the hood doesn't relieve you of being a fucking bully and being disrespectful. This is why a lot of people love the hood mentality, because it gives them the ability to act like a piece of shit and then nobody else judges them, because most likely what you did can be trumped by somebody even worse in the hood. So she doesn't feel like she's a bad person, or she doesn't feel like she was a bad kid because, oh, well, everybody was making fun of that little nigga. That's why the hood mentality is toxic, because it allows you to abscond yourself of personal responsibility because you're moving in groupthink. And now, oh, well, what I did isn't that bad because all the other hood niggas are making fun of them too. Look, we in Newark. It's murders going on, so I didn't kill nobody. All I did was make fun of Michael B. Jordan and ruin his self-esteem, and he's a prepubescent boy, and he's trying to grow into himself, and he's still awkward around the edges. He's still shy. He still doesn't know how to express himself in a masculine way, and I'm just gonna, demean him and bring him down. And we want to talk about bashing. Yeah, y'all bitches was the main bashers. The baddest bitches at your middle school, your high school, were the meanest hoes, bruh. Straight up. Let's not act like these women were not the number one bullies. Let's not act like they were not the ones who were shaping and molding young men's self-esteem in school. Because for all the stories that these chicks gonna talk about, oh, well, this guy did me wrong, this guy did me wrong. That's because you were dating a nigga in high school when you were in 6th grade. That's why you have so many stories of bad experiences with men. Date niggas your own age. If women dated guys, and I already told you guys, women don't date guys their own age. The elementary school girls was fucking with the middle school niggas. The middle school bitches was fucking with the high school niggas. The high school niggas, or the high school bitches, was fucking with the college niggas. The college bitches, the freshmen, are fucking with grad students or, athletes who have, like, now they got NIL money. So it's like you really fucking with a grown man at that point. Still, there's still men in college who are still maturing. I know a guy, he went into college 5'9", he came out 6'3". So these guys are still growing in college, and the women are not dealing with the guys their age. But I guarantee if they just dealt with guys that were their age, then they would have a lot better results. And it's so crazy because they're the ones who shame older men for dealing with younger women, but they was the fucking younger women who was fucking the older niggas. Like, bruh, you're a fucking hypocrite. And then they want to go on the back end and talk about, oh, well, I learned from my mistakes and da-da-da-da. Why does every bitch have the same story? Why every bitch got the same damn story? Listen up.
Like that's the hood. You know what I mean? So we would make fun of him, like, what you gonna do with your little stupid headshots? Like, and now look at him.
And now look at him. He got that Black Panther money.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
He got that Black Panther money. Yeah, you could have never foresaw it, and you don't have the inkling of talent that this man has, and that's the biggest W. That's the biggest W at the end of the day. Persistence, young Malcolms. Persistence, young Malcolms. I said persistence and poise, young Malcolms. Mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men. Medium, ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men for the win. You keep your fucking head down. You keep your nose down. Do whatever you got to do, and make sure that you are not getting unfocused. And you grind, baby. You grind through those fucking 20s. You grind through those fucking 30s. And then when you get on the fucking red carpet or the equivalent of the red carpet in your industry, this is what you can do. When you return back to your damn high school reunion, your 10-year, 20-year high school reunion, and y'all open up y'all 20-year prediction capsules, you'll say, I fulfilled my dreams. I conquered my goals. What about you? And I guarantee all them bitches who dubbed you in high school didn't accomplish a damn thing but 3 kids by 7 different niggas.
Exactly.
He gives me cookie cutter. And the only time I hung out with Michael B.
He gives me cookie cutter. And the only time I've hung out with Michael B, dude, you talking like you fucking know him, bitch. You couldn't even brush shoulders with the nigga. Fuck out of here. You didn't hang out with him. You might have been to the same Hollywood party as he was. But what do you mean cookie cutter? You didn't even have a conversation with him. You never had a conversation. Oh, I hung out with him. You didn't even speak with him. Fuck out of here.
He gives me cookie cutter. And the only time I hung out with Michael B was like in LA, like at Shay's house. And he's always just very like, he's just cool. I think
he's too rich to have to be hood.
So how is he corny? How is he all this shit? But you hung out with him and it was at somebody's house and he was just cool. What's wrong with just being cool? What's wrong with just being reserved? What's wrong with just being an introvert? Being a guy who, is not all, rambunctious and braggadocious. Michael B. Jordan, I mean, this guy has accomplished so much in so little time. We're all proud of him. From The Wire to Fruitville Station to Black Panther to the Creed movies. He's done it all. Now he's directing. I mean, he is making headway for Black men in Hollywood, and he's doing the right thing by dubbing all these sisters who was shitting on him back in the day and dealing with who treats him the best.
House, and he's always just very like, he's just cool. I think
he's too rich to have to be hood now. Like
he's too rich to have to be hood now. Bro, why do they think that Black men have to be hood? And this is how you know they were getting ran through and they were only fucking with hood dudes. See, they tell on their fucking self. If this is not an admission, he's too hood or he's too rich to have to act hood now. Why did he have to act hood? Why would he have had to act hood in the community in Newark, New Jersey? Why would it? Please explain to me why he would have to act hood. Because that's what the women are attracted to. So he had to act hood in order to get results in the hood from the women. They literally are telling on themselves, bro. It's crazy.
Cool.
He's too rich to have to be hood now. Like you just, boy, if you don't take your millions and go to Hermes and get some stock. I miss my boy. I could have been in the aquarium swimming with the fishes, but
with your Hermes stock or whatever.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Michael B. Jordan was not going to cuff you. Not at all. Not at all. And she's acting like she had a chance with him in high school if she just didn't make fun of him. And maybe there was probably a moment in time where you could have been his high school sweetheart or middle school sweetheart. But women, they don't have that longevity. They don't have that mindset. They can't see the Malcolms. They can't see the Malcolm's future. And any woman watching right now who's in high school, all the lame niggas in high school are going to be more successful than the niggas that y'all think are popular right now. That's a fact. That's a fact. The valedictorian, with the fucked up braces and the 2 teeth stacked on top of him. Yeah, he's going to find a cure for cancer. He's going to go to Yale. He's going to go to Stanford. He's going to go to Harvard. which, you know, we don't really put that much stock in a lot of these colleges now, but he's going to study STEM. Okay, at an Ivy League school. The lame nigga in your high school now, if you were smart, you deal with him and fuck with him for the long run and be his rock. But they're not smart. The women know who are the good guys and who's going to treat them right. They choose not to choose the Malcolms. They choose not to choose the Malcolms, the mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men. And that is what Michael B. Jordan was. He was a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. And now he's a massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. Just like Jonathan Majors, he was a medium ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. And now, yes, indeed, he is a massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. Okay, it works both ways.
Instead, I'm swimming in Mexico by myself, child. But anyway.
Yep. And instead, she's swimming in Mexico by herself. And this is what she used to look like. Oh, how the mighty fall. So now we're going to get into what Dominique the Diva said. And we'll just get into it right quick. So she said the blogs only post half bullshit. Dominique the Diva said she wasn't surprised that he would go such great lengths because she always got the impression when in his presence that Jordan is a nice, corny guy. And I don't mean that as a slight. She said, we all know the nice, corny guy treats you the best. That's when L'Oreal, who went to school with him. All right, we just listened to that. She says, any black man that dates white women is corny to me. I guess the PR relationship with Lori helped y'all forget, but I didn't, dude. And here she goes trying to shame him for dating outside of his race. Anything I said once, I'll say it again. Nick Cannon is corny too. He got mad women, babies, and money. I thought we were all doing our Sierra prayer for a nice, corny Russell Wilson. So they're calling Russell Wilson corny as well. To save us from these toxic N-words, you don't need saving from the toxic N-words. You go to them like a fly on shit. Corny ain't bad. That's 70% of the N-words in the industry. Let's see how y'all act when he brings his next white girlfriend with him on the red carpet. Toodles, as he should, dude. I mean, Michael B. Jordan should just bring a badass fucking brunette with double D tits who's fucking 18, 19 years old and just stun on him. Fuck it. Or maybe even a Latina. Just throw him off a little bit. Something IR, bro. Something to prove to these women that they're overlooking the Malcolms, okay? That's the only thing that's going to prove it to them. I did the stream on Dr. Umar. Did y'all forget? Shout out to Steffens Cole. He says she's salty, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she's salty as fuck. Somebody said she's probably single, backhanded compliments, mindset all wrong. Yeah, shout out to It's K-City. He a real nigga, fitness guy down in Miami. I actually met him with Alpha Zoe when I was in Miami the last time. So shout out to It's K-City. Chichi Zed, again, nothing more corny than shaming people for who they love. If you are lucky enough to find someone who makes your life better in this crazy dating market, then be happy with that person. And he said, what the fuck Nick Cannon have to do with it? Yeah, Nick Cannon catching strays. Bitch, what the fuck is you talking about? Anyways, I mean, she's a dud. Like, Shorty's not even cute. Honestly, Dominique the Diva, she's just like all bent out of shape. Let me see. Nick the Diva. Oh, media queen. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say I mean, she's not hot. I mean, she's just. Oh, I mean, it's giving auntie vibes. I'm not gonna say she's ugly, but she's not hot at all, like in the slightest. And she needs to lose weight. Damn, my back's itching. All right. Yeah, so this is her. I don't know what y'all would rate her. I'd give her a 5. I mean, she's average, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with average. Very slutted out too. Like, this is a very slutty dress. Okay. Very slutty dress there. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah, she said any black man that dates a white woman is corny. And then, you know, it's crazy because like it's just like, what, bitch? The sisters are like 100% able to divest and whatever. But once a brother does it, now he's corny. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's that tired ass shit over and over again, bro. That shit tired. So we have more reactions from women on fucking Instagram or Twitter about how they feel about Michael B. Jordan thing. And then we'll wrap this thing up very shortly here. Not the whole podcast, just this segment. MBJ being nearly 40, rich and famous, still reacting to who called him corny in high school. Really just proved that he's effing corny is what she says. No, she's full of shit. They saying this, I don't even know if you've seen it. And then look, this is what she said. And she tweeted this. This nigga said, they saying this I don't even know if you've seen it. So he went. So this woman's saying some bullshit like, oh, he rich and famous, nearly 40, and he's doing this and that. Guess what somebody does? They quote her tweet, and they say, they saying this I don't even know if you seen it. And he's obviously being sarcastic. She tweeted this January 8th, 2023. She said, I 100% hold grudges against people who called me ugly. I don't care how long it's been, LMAO. And don't let it be a nigga who called me ugly in middle school trying to talk to me now. So isn't that the same situation that Michael B. Jordan's in? Except when a woman, if a guy rejects a woman and then he tries to talk to her later on, oh, now it's just blasphemous if it's the other way around. But the women can say, oh, no, you dubbed me in high school. Bro, there's so many women who grew up, who went through like their right puberty, because it's bad puberty, then it's good puberty. But who peaked at not even peaked, but got their momentum to actually look like a bad bitch around 21. And a lot of dudes were rejecting them back in the day. Maybe they were overweight, they got in shape later on, whatever. And then these same women will say, oh, well, these dudes rejected me. These dudes one time I fucked this girl. She was 19 and she had 7 bodies. She literally racked up 7 bodies on Tinder straight out of high school, because she said the summer after high school, she was a fat girl throughout all high school. The summer after high school, she lost just hella weight. And she said she didn't even work out. She just lost hella weight. And then she started to look, her body was fire. Her face was like a 6, but her body was like fire. And she basically was saying, dude, when I lost all that weight, I just started fucking as many hot black guys, hot athletes, the guys who were the type of guys who were rejecting me in high school. I just started fucking my type. She started going and fucking her type, once she lost the weight, and then she got pregnant shortly thereafter. She tried to text me talking about oh, well, I got raped on a cruise, bruh. You getting raped on a Disney cruise is highly unlikely, bitch. Just say that you fucked the nigga and got pregnant. She don't even know who the daddy is. She fucked the nigga on the cruise, probably a local nigga. She probably was doing the passport hoe shit. She fucked the local nigga from, Trinidad and Tobago or some shit. And then, they let you stay on the island for one day. Then you load the ship back up the next day, and she probably let them nut all inside her. And then she just didn't get it checked and ended up pregnant. And dude, her parents were country, white, Southern motherfuckers. I used to always tell her, I was like, your pussy smell like grits. I'm not even gonna lie. And I wasn't even being funny. Her shit literally smelled like cheese grits, I only hit a couple times though, but the throat was crazy. But yeah, I remember one time she was topping me up. She was like, oh yeah, I forgot you was an athlete type shit. So I don't know, it's TMI. But dude, it was so crazy, because when she lost the weight, she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go fuck all the guys, all the guys who look like the guys that I wanted, and then the guys who actually wanted me, I'm gonna stick the finger up at them. So women do this all the fucking time when they glow up, but when a man does it, it's corny. Okay, let's listen to Kevin Samuels, who they always put at the end.
Yeah, you can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Oh, man. God damn, bro. Man, I'm not going to lie, bro. I fucking miss Kevin Samuels, dog. I miss Kevin Samuels. There is a new guy coming up that I'm gonna do a live stream on. His name is the Black Guru, and dude, he's fucking good, and he's a little bit more brutal than Kevin Samuels too, and he's gonna go viral very soon. So y'all definitely I'm gonna do a live stream on the Black Guru. He's fucking good, bro, and he's on point. He knows his shit, and he gets ass. Okay, obviously you can literally tell he gets ass. Pause. I don't know why the fuck my banner went away, but Alphazo said with the 1999 Super Trap, he said we really be outside, and that's big facts.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside.
Yes, sir. We definitely be outside with it. So yeah, I mean, another hypocritical woman talking about, oh, Michael B. Jordan, and then, bitch, this you literally a month ago, she's talking like, oh, I hold grudges 100%. If you dub me in middle school, I'm coming back for your ass, and you gonna try and fuck me, I'm gonna be like, So why can't Michael B. Jordan do the same thing? Women, bro, y'all gotta stop the hypocritical shit, bro, for real, man. And y'all want to call men the gaslighters. Y'all want to say men are this, men are toxic. And then here's L'Oreal gaslighting us, like talking to like, oh, I'm just getting threats. I'm getting threats. Literally 4 days ago after the whole thing happened, she posts this, Godspeed, but y'all go see Creed 3, though directed by my old quote unquote pal. So she's obviously leaning into it. She's obviously making light of it, and she's obviously using it to clout up. Right. So she adds the clip here, and people are saying, LMAO, you play too much. Ooh, go girl. They clapping for her. They laughing. They sending heart eyes. They said, there you go, Lo. Like, people are cheering her on. And now we get into the real of it. And this will be the last on this. Missed opportunity to apologize to his face for offending him when you was younger and not the wiser. Facts. And then you see 110 people replying. I'm not even going to go get into that, but you know for a fact there's people defending her in her comments. Somebody says, he who laughs last. 115 replies on this. She's getting so much engagement. She's getting clout off of this. Woo! The fact you felt it was funny when he was serious, this is tacky and shows that you care more about you than how you make people feel. Absolutely. Right. Same with the Kaylani situation. She made Kaylani feel uncomfortable. And she said, did you scissor with scissor? Like, that's inappropriate to ask your fellow female, right? If she had sex with a specific person, then she went on to ask her about Meg Thee Stallion, who's literally in a relationship with a heterosexual man. So how disrespectful is that? How disrespectful was she to Kaylani? And she has a track record of being disrespectful. And she's like, she tries to be like the light-skinned Charlamagne the God. And look at his face. She said, well, you ain't corny now. Listen up. She totally dug the knife in when she didn't have to. But Michael B. Jordan's getting the last laugh, and he doesn't even have to address this shit. Oh, man. Well, you're not corny anymore. And look at his face. He wanted to slap the shit out that bitch. He's literally a multi-million-dollar director. She ain't shit, bro. She lame as fuck. But I mean, I do like her though. I'm not gonna lie. I just love the media, and not like the bullshit that comes from the media. Don't get me wrong, guys. But I love media personalities. I did radio when I was in high school. I was a big fan of Charlamagne the God. Big fan of Michael Baisden out there in South Carolina. Okay. Shout out to Michael Baisden in South Carolina. Big fan of Wanda Sykes. Big fan of V103. I'm a big fan of Tom Joyner. It's the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Like, I love radio. Okay. I really love radio. But it's just when you're wrong, you're wrong. Somebody said, right or wrong, you should have apologized instead of making the situation worse and basically blaming others when he said he heard. No, where was he laughing? Then to use it for likes, he's all better than you wouldn't have gotten the interview at all. Exactly. He shouldn't have gave her the interview. But he did, because he allowed it to be a teachable moment, and I think it weighed heavily in his favor. Okay. Let's see. I think it weighed heavily in his favor. And this is actually a good red vitamin video. This is actually a good red vitamin video that we can look at from L'Oreal as well. And these brothers, Bully and the Beast podcast, who I think I actually know these guys. Oh, no. That's Wax. Okay. All right. So let's listen up to this. Let's listen up to this part.
So, like, you could never with like a Lori Harvey.
Hell no.
But how many is too many? Because
2?
you know her to with what, 5?
So that's Wax. Wax is Charlemagne the God's like right hand man, like his bodyguard type shit, like the nigga that he grew up with.
Publicly though, exactly.
But her life is public.
Yeah, but 5 publicly, that's not cool for if I want to settle down with you and have a family.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Lori Harvey. We ain't trying to.
I'm just asking in the space of like to know that there's other guys that dated. So what if it's like Amber Rose?
That's my man, baby.
Fuck no.
Well, okay, so I'm trying to think of like somebody who's. What if it's like Angela Simmons?
That's my homegirl too. That's my homegirl.
What if it's like
Queen Latifah?
That's my homegirl, girl.
Come on.
That's the queen. You can't wear.
So like you could never with like a Lori Harvey.
Hell no.
That Queen Latifah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. Like in some lights, there was what was that movie where Queen Latifah? She was slick looking like a snack in one of them movies. I forgot exactly which one it was, but you know, I never thought that Queen Latifah was ugly. She's just I'm pretty sure she's a homosexual woman, right? So she's a lesbian, allegedly. I don't know, but let's look at L'Oreal for one. Okay, so obviously she's got pretty big tits. They're pretty saggy nowadays. She definitely needs to hit the gym. You know, she's tanned a little bit too much as well. Been in the sun, not wearing sunscreen, so her skin is like blotchy. Obviously, she's gotten work done. Like I told you guys before. Okay, I can't play that sound, but yeah, this is 70 weeks ago. So she was a lot more snatched back in the day. Now she's gaining more weight. I mean, L'Oreal, she's always been decent, but obviously she was way hotter in her youth. This is her with Drea Michelle. Yep. Let's see. This is her with what's that nigga's name? Damn. Hold up, I can't. He part of the Locks. I don't know why his name is escaping me right now. He part of the Locks. Fuck, what is his name? I'll probably find it in he'd be like Ghost. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Something with a P, right? Damn. Styles P. Yeah, Styles P. Bro, I like Styles P too. That tape that he did with Dave East, that shit was hard as fuck. But you know, here's her hugged up with ASAP Rocky. Look at her hand on his stomach. She definitely had the hots for ASAP Rocky. Possibly could have smashed. Okay. Somebody say you are for sure a groupie that slutted your way to where you are. Big facts. And this is 42 weeks or 390 weeks ago. Somebody said great natural tits. All I see is titties. So she has been using her sexual allure. This is her with Tinashe, who's, you know, pretty fucking hot. Tinashe is Tinashe is it, bro. She's definitely it. But, you know, obviously you can see that Tinashe looks way better than her. She's starting to give auntie vibes at this point. Here's her with Tank. Okay, Tank. Look at her hands. Did Tank smash? Probably. DJ Khaled. I mean, she's very industry. I'm sure she's been with a lot of guys in the industry. A lot of guys in the industry. This is her with what's that nigga's name? Oh yeah, Too Short. Okay. All right. So obviously ran through. This is that's pretty funny. So that pretty much wraps it up on the Michael B. Jordan thing. Now let's get into the moment we've all been waiting for. The King Richez reaction podcast. Yeah, there was a lot of Alphazo says he forgot about Tinashe. She cheated on me. Yeah, Tinashe, there was Tinashe, and then there was also the white girl, well, the white looking girl, I guess, Rita Ora. Like they were all kind of like coming up at the same time. And I just think like their careers just kind of never panned out in the way that they wanted. So they were like the it girl for a moment. And all their shit was on BET, like between, I would say like 2010 and maybe they fizzled out 2013. But let me read some of y'all's chats and then we'll get into the King Richez shit. There's a lot of chats here. Let's see. Okay. Alphazo says Mulatto got bullied throughout her childhood and women were ready to protest and take up arms about her. Yet Michael B. Jordan is supposed to be free game and let it go. Exactly. Alphazo says that's one of the reasons Lotto changed her name. He says girls who attend a bunch of schools, red flag. Yeah, especially in their youth. Another dollar says FBI open up. Joel Hefe, House of Lamar, what's wrong with it? I don't know what he's talking about. We're just gonna kind of see. He says teach drag in schools. Joel Hefe, okay. Buddy is trolling. House of Lamar says is Coach Greg against Passport Bros? No, he's not. Alvazo says allowing he's the free agent lifestyle, bro. How could he be against? He's literally about doing whatever you can to get away from the madness. Allowing kid. Okay, y'all talking about some. Let me skip up. He said Rita Ora, ASAP Rocky, old smut. Yeah, she is. She definitely did get smutted out by ASAP Rocky. And ASAP Rocky is like gone on record saying that he's like had massive orgies with like over 10 women. So, I mean, was Rita Ora a part of that? Probably. Anyways, I'll start reading your chats now once we get into this topic. So King Richez had these two chicks on his podcast. One is named Shannon Marie. The other is named Shalisha K. So we're going to break down both of their Instagram profiles, and I'm going to pretty much tell you approximately how many bodies that they have based off of their age and their Instagram profiles and their level of promiscuity. And this is how you use the body count formula. But let's get into the conversation. I'm going to start it a little bit behind, but we're going to get into it.
Body count. That affects the number.
Yeah.
Okay, they're talking about body count. So let's go back just a little bit.
That's normal. The average guy. I never agreed to that.
Oh, okay. She said something about the average guy has 300 bodies. She's out, and it was the black girl. She's out of her fucking mind. She literally said that out of her mouth. Let's listen up.
Bro.
No. Like, what, do you think that?
Do you know what? I don't. So you know when?
Okay, we're gonna have to go back a little bit more.
Happy to tell you to your face that we're not meant to be together.
What usually will disqualify a guy? What are the typical things that will make a guy like be disqualified with you?
If they just have like no personality, I think of it like if I'm going to be with you for
dude, and I hate to stop it so soon, but girls always say this shit. Oh, if they have no personality, dude, this is such bullshit. All these girls are dating hood niggas who can't even string together like, and I'm not saying her specifically, but a lot of the girls in the community, a lot of the sisters in the community are dating hood niggas who can't string together 3 or 4 sentences. And I have nothing against hood niggas, and but I'm just saying there are some guys who these women are dealing with who literally can't talk at all. They literally don't have any personality except, smoking weed, sipping lean, spinning on ops, and listening to NBA YoungBoy. Literally.
Rest of my life, potentially. I need to know that I can sit across that dinner table and wake up to you every day and think like, you know what, I'm so happy I made this choice. Not, I wish I just could have been here by myself, because I'm more than happy to be.
I mean, and here's my thing. So she's got a lot of makeup on her face, but look at her neck. Even though she doesn't look like she's in bad shape, I don't know what's going on with her. Maybe she has loose skin or excess skin, or maybe it's the makeup contrast. Her contour is not the same color as her neck, which can cause problems. But it makes it look like her neck is like really fatty.
Be by myself. I live by myself. I absolutely love it.
Are you single now?
I am, and I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, interesting.
Of course.
What about you?
I'll show you
what
guys
do
her
think,
Instagram.
do you think nothing is tough about dating for women?
I think dating for women's like much better nowadays. Like there's more freedom. Like you don't have to just settle for the first guy you meet. Like I feel like back in the day it was almost like people would like they'd be caught in someone. That's the term they.
So you hear what she's saying? You just don't have to settle for the first guy. Yeah, y'all'd probably be better off if you settled for the first guy that you dealt with.
They'd be caught in someone, and then you'd kind of be. You didn't have many options. Do
So
you know what I
like,
mean?
you feel like it's better. It's good for women now because they got mad options.
Well, you've got options to see what's like better, what's more compatible, and it works out better for the boy as well. Because
How does it work out better? For
I
the
think
guy?
it does, because then you get the real one.
So she's basically saying it works out better for the guy if the woman has slept with multiple guys and then comes to him, which, man, there's so many things that King Richez was not able to address because the conversation just kept getting derailed over and over again. And they just kept having to address like proper podcast etiquette. But what she's saying is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
You don't get.
Who gets the real one?
If she likes you, she likes you. She's got like a variety to choose from, and she's chose you. You know
That's
what I mean?
not good.
You
Right?
know, with all these options, do you think like a lot of women end up getting a lot of mileage because there's so many options out there?
Define mileage.
Mileage, high
Exactly.
body count, like
body
bodies,
count.
bodies.
I don't think you can date
Willies,
without
sausages,
no.
fit, veiny ones.
You can date without sleeping with everyone. You can get
Pause.
to know people without sleeping about.
Yeah, but like, don't you?
You can get to know, you can date without sleep, dude. Yeah, okay, yes, you can date without sleeping with somebody. But I'd say for every 5 guys that women are going on dates with, they're sleeping with one. I'd say it's probably like a 20% close rate thing for these women. Real talk, dog. And they're going on at least 5 dates a month. So they're fucking a new guy. And I'll even be more conservative and say they're going on 5 dates every 2 months. So they're fucking a new guy every 2 months. So they end up with 7 bodies a year. That's where I get the 7 bodies a year with the body count formula.
You think like people pretty much sleep around these days a lot? Because you're talking about freedom and that. So everyone just kind of feels like, you know, if I sleep around, so what?
If that person wants to do that, that's that person's choice. And if you know when you meet that person, then you know.
Like, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, don't you think people kind of sleep around a lot these days?
Yeah, some people. Like if I lined up all my girls completely mixed, some people do, some people don't. Like
I encourage people to. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you like people or girls?
I encourage both. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So like one of my friends is like a younger guy, and he just came out of a relationship, like was super like just on her, and obviously got heartbroken. He's like 21. I said to him, I was like, babes, you're so young. You need to just go and see what you like and just explore.
What happened to him? He got his heart broke by some chick.
Yeah.
Watch. Like she's saying it's one of her younger guy friends. Dude, this guy is probably breaking her back out. She's like 30 years old, I think, or close to 30. And this guy could be like her little young thing, fucking her back out. And then like he had a girl, she fucked him over, and he's like getting some rebound cooch with her. Like that, I wouldn't even be surprised if that was the situation.
Not just some chick, just like a girl. I can't remember. I'm
How
not gonna
can
lie.
it be a good girl if she broke his heart? Well, how did she break his
I
heart?
think it's just circumstantial, to be honest. But I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't live rent free in my head. The story does not live rent free in my head. It happened, and I was like, oh. But my thing is like I even say I would.
She probably was doing the same. like the girl that she's talking about was probably doing the same thing she does and like travel internationally and and like doing her little thing and doing her thing, but then also being in the clubs every fucking night. Like that's literally what these girls are doing nowadays.
For a guy who has slept around and knows what he wants, than a guy who we get married and then we get to 40 and he's like, you know what, Shalisha, I think I need to just go and travel the world because I don't think you're the one anymore. I'd be like, what?
So you don't care. You don't care if a guy slipped around.
Oh no! I hope you bring those tricks to the trade and literally give me the best night of my life.
Do you care if a guy slept around, like slept with bare
Do
girls,
I care?
like 500 girls?
500.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, 1 in 3 people have an STD.
That's bullshit. She literally said 1 in 3 people have an STD. Is she fucking retarded? Where the fuck are these hoes getting their stats from? That's just wrong. That's just incorrect. Where the fuck did she get that notion from? 1 in 3 people have STDs? Are you serious? Dude, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Just her saying that, I know it's bullshit.
Like 500 girls.
500.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, 1 in 3 people have an STD. Is he wrapped up? Is he been looking after himself?
You might be lucky. Or,
That's
you know,
bullshit.
Bloody hell. Like, it's about safety here. My health's at risk.
At 300.
That's still high. That's so high.
I feel that's average for a guy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You think the average guy slept with 300 girls?
Bro.
No. Like, what? Do you think that?
She said the average guy slept with 300. Let's address that STD thing though, and we're gonna pull statistics from the UK. So this is what it says. In 2021, the total tests were 695 tests, or 695,000 STD tests. Total diagnosis were 56,000. So where they were able to come to a diagnosis, and the positivity out of all that was 8.1%, bro. 8.1%. Like, bruh, where the fuck was she getting that number from? Out of all the people who got tested for STDs, only 8% came back. So that's more like 1 in 10. Okay. 0.8 in 10 to be exact. 0.81 in 10. Like, and that's in the UK, apparently. And those are people who are getting tested and whatnot. Okay. So these are people who probably thought they had an STD and who ended up not even having one.
You know what? I don't. So you know when people will be like, "Oh, do you want to know?"
The average guy.
Yes, sir.
The average.
Even with his 5-inch dick, I do believe
Yeah, 5-inch
that
guy.
he might have penetrated 300 to 500 girls. Yeah.
So this woman thinks that the average man has 300 to 500 girls. And the reason why she thinks that is because she's a DJ. Let me show you who they are, and then I'm going to show you exactly why she's fucking wrong about the 300 to 500 men. There's a study that just came out. It finds that 60% of young men are single, and 30% of young women report that they were single. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That, like we've been saying, 80-20 rule, for one, a lot of these hoes think they're in relationships when they're not. So 60% of the men are single, but then also 66% of the women are in relationships. How the fuck does that work? How the fuck does that work? And yeah, I mean, even if you throw in same-sex relationships, it still doesn't put a dent in that number. So how the fuck does that work? Where you've got 66% of the women all think that they're in relationships, and then 30% of the men, or 60% of the men, are not in relationships. That means, for one, they're dating the top 30, and for two, that means that 30 men are. That means that the top 30% of men are sharing like 60, damn near 70% of the women with each other, and the men don't care because the women are sharing them, or the women are doubled up to them. Okay. So let's go to Shalisha. I'm gonna tell you exactly why she thinks men have a 300 to 500 body count. this is, and she is very provocative on her Instagram. She definitely shows her tits all the fucking time. She's got big old tits. That's literally the main thing going for her, and she flaunts it. As you guys can see, she's at raves, and she's saying, "Oh, I'm a DJ. I'm a DJ." Bitch, you're in the crowd on this one. I guarantee, like, she's not as like this like huge successful DJ as like she's trying to portray. I'm telling you right now, she's getting flued out to fuck on a lot of occasions. Okay. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Dubai, definitely getting shitted on. And I wouldn't put it past her that she lacks the self-respect, honestly, to not get shitted on in Dubai. Like, she literally think that she can just she thinks she can just fuck with the Serato and then niggas believe she's a DJ. Okay. All right. So, I mean, obviously she's more on the Instagram model route than an actual fucking DJ. I mean, that's pretty obvious. She's taking like all these, different provocative sexual pictures, under boob showing. She's definitely for the streets, bro. I mean, she's been to multiple different countries. She's in the Netherlands now. She's definitely getting flued out. I mean, this is obvious. I told you guys, any woman with over 100K followers is getting flued out. She's, I guess doing these, I don't know, collabs with different brands or whatever. So I mean, she's attractive. I'll give her probably give her a 6. I don't know who this guy is, but it pretty much, okay, they're holding hands. Let me look at his shit and see if he actually follows her back. I don't see the follow back, honestly. So I don't know. He might be gay. He may be gay. He's some type of fashion, digital creator, men's fashion. Okay, so he's more like metrosexual, maybe. But I think that might be the nigga that she's fucking, or the white boy that she's fucking with right now. Let's see what her story talking about. So obviously on the set. Hold on, let's have a look at this equipment that they got up there. Okay. Damn, they got hella cameras. All right, so that's her on the podcast. She got kicked off. So all these destinations, as you can see in the bio, and then she puts her SoundCloud. So she has a few mixes. Let's see. So her last mix, okay, she had a deep house tech mix 8 days ago. Okay, so she's still active. All right, so she might be doing her little DJ shit. But then after, like, she dropped two mixes on SoundCloud, which she's not getting any money from, and she's not getting that many views either. Like, I mean, I've dropped music on SoundCloud, and like the most views I got was like 81K views on this song called RIPX. Y'all can go look it up. But but yeah, she's not really getting that much views, so I highly doubt that she is that she's paying her bills, all her bills, strictly off of DJing. I highly doubt that. I'm talking about highly doubt that. Let me go to her TikTok. So let me go to the TikTok if we can find it. TikTok. All right. Anyways, then let's get into the white girls Instagram too. I'm gonna tell you why the white girls for the streets as well. So she's going full on, like 100% committing to like the Instagram model thing. This is her origin story. 261 weeks ago, child of God. 259 weeks ago, she was supposedly a child of God. All right, so there's some pictures there. Then she kind of is rocking this angel fit. That's her. I guess I don't fucking know. Anyways, now it's like more good girl gone bad type vibe, girl next door. So she's escalating. As you can see, now she is a Playboy girl for she's the Playboy girl for Halloween, it appears. This was October 28, 2019. And this is actually really blasphemous because like the Playboy girls are with the Catholic nun. And I mean, that's just extremely blasphemous, but she says she was a child of God. So, I mean, she just blasphemed the whole idea of being a child of God, right? But I mean, she looks really good on Instagram. When you put that 4K camera on her, not so much. I'll give her a 6. I'll give her a 6. I honestly do think that she is, pretty attractive. Both of them are attractive, and they look like they'd be a great lay, right? So she's doing like the little lingerie shoots or whatnot. But the issue is not that, they're just fat, out of shape, bitch. No, they are just, you're going to see throughout the podcast. You're going to see they're just, you can't do nothing with them, bro. You can't do nothing with them. So I'm going to show you exactly why she's wrong about men having 300 bodies. Sorry. I mean, this is a huge tangent. I'll read some of you guys chats before. But we're going to get into this conversation. We're going to get into this conversation about dating and oh shit, fuck. They fucked me up. We're going to get into this conversation about dating. Give me 1 second for this shit to load. I'll get some of you chats or some of you guys chats too. All right. While this is loading up, I think I fucked my wrist up at the gym today. My dumbass. Or it was the other day. Okay. So let's read from right here. Another dollar says, it was before I met her, Zoe. LOL, I'm glad I found out, though. I don't know what you're talking about. Alpha Zoe says, since he passed, you have hundreds of women who have apologized and said they miss him because they see he really tried to repair the community. Yeah, that was the Kevin Samuel shit. Alpha Zoe says, we live and we learn. Cut her off. Never allow her to come back. Improve your life and bury her with success. Her loss. Yes. Prime VA says MBJ did an interview with a Latina journalist shortly after, and the energy was very different. Yeah, that was great. Romero Dubose says, so she's making this whole shit about her. She is. Yeah. Ugh. Disgusting. Right. We hope you get it. We hope you get big in media. Reclaim your throne. Yeah, man. If they'll just lift this shadow ban, dude. If they lift the shadow ban, nigga, I'm through the roof because I have probably one of the best. I'm probably one of the best like live stream personalities that I've seen. I just kind of have that it factor, and then like I can talk my shit too. Romero Dubose says filters. Don't forget, yes, filters. And those Instagram filters were heavy back in the day. Loving hip hop reject. Yes, Styles P. Okay. Alpha Zoe says she not ugly. She just been hanging Angela, hanging with Angela C and the feminist too much. Angela Yee, yeah, and the feminist too much. She definitely should have been married with kids by now. If she does, yeah, it's OV. It's OV. He said my favorite member of the Locks. Yes, sir. Ghost. Prime VA says they say she is an industry pass around. Yes, she is. She was on Love and Hip Hop, I think. I think she was behind the scenes, maybe. Or maybe she was on the episode. Distant Lights was a big fan of Tinashe back in the day. What a girl. Yeah, she's hot. Alpha Zoe says L. L'Oreal is the cool biracial chick you grew up that you would pick on but smash secretly on the low. Distant Lights says not too into her music, though. Alpha Zoe said, forget Tinashe. She cheated on me. Rita Ora, ASAP Rocky Schmut. Yes, Alpha Zoe says she's projecting her body count on men. Yes, she is. That's why she thinks that men have so many bodies because like the men that she's around, some of them legitimately have that many bodies. A lot of them are lying about it. Chancellor says smoking weed, spinning on ops, listening to NBA YoungBoy, catching a case, and being the best nigga in the hood at the newest 2K. Facts. That's what the sisters were aiming for. Distant Light says men and women don't understand each other. LMAO. He says she can juggle that variety of men, giving it up to them, and then settle down for you to support them for the rest of their life once they're not as attractive. Exactly. Alphazo says reclaim your throne, being conservative and nice. They go on about 5 dates a month. Yeah, and maybe even more. Alphazo says 1 in 3 people she sleeps with gives her an STD. Women is right. Alpha, they usually like always try and personalize statistics. Like, I don't know where she got that 1 in 3 number. That's not even the case at all. Alphazo says always scan her social media before dating her seriously. Facts. Chancellor says, have you guys monetized that RIPX song? SoundCloud is letting you monetize your music now. And if you have enough plays, you can probably make a little something. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. That song got like 81K views like the first 3 days, and then it just stopped. I like when it comes to the music industry, bro, it's so fucking rigged. You know, and I'm actually really good at making beats, and you know, I'd say that I'm a pretty good rapper, but you know, I kind of slowed down on it. I do have an album dropping soon, but you know, I want to get back into my creative flow, but I just got so many things going on with business. I need to get some things covered before I'm able to free up my time. But anyways,
relationship therapist says that men are lonelier than ever as they struggle to meet the higher dating standards of modern women. Psychologist Greg Matto says that the current state of young and middle-aged men's love lives shows that they need to, quote, address a skills deficit and step up their dating game.
Step up their dating game, dude. And this is what they don't understand. Men have checked out. We're not trying to get like, I mean, me personally, I'm always have a bitch. That's just me. But the men who have checked out, these guys aren't trying to like, they're just like, fuck it at this point. They've been pushed out of the dating market.
Writes, I hear recurring dating themes from women between the ages of 25 and 45 that they prefer men who are emotionally available, good communicators, and share similar values.
Cap, they're definitely. Who the fuck is Greg Matos? Because he's definitely not asking the right women. He's not asking the right questions. He's probably asking leading questions. Wouldn't you prefer an emotionally available man? Wouldn't you prefer a communicative man? No, they don't like Malcolms, bruh. They're lying, bro. That's why I came up with the term Malcolm, mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. That's the reason why I came up with the term, because we know all those things these women are not, gravitating toward. He's not asking the right questions. He needs to ask, what are your standards? How much money does he need to make? How tall does he have to be? What does he have to be on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, he needs to ask real concrete questions. I don't know who the fuck Greg Matos is, but he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And he's definitely not outside.
He goes on to say that society has done a poor job of...
He might be good at analyzing the numbers, but or getting the data, compiling the data, but he's not good at analyzing the data. He doesn't understand the reason why there's so many single men. Yes, it's because of women's quote unquote standards, which in all honesty, it's really not even a standard. This is how it goes. The women are choosing to deal with Pookies and Ray Rays and bum niggas and dudes who don't really have shit because they got their own bag. So they're having situationships with super hot guys or guys that are hot to them, but they can't really bring anything financially to the table. And that's why women are saying, oh, men need to step it up. Men need to step it up because the guys that they choose are super hot, but they're not doing anything with their life. And on the other end, you'll have the women who are overlooking the Malcolms, the medium, ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men, the mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men.
Teaching boys how to communicate, and that the influx of dating apps have made the plight of the lonely man a whole lot harder.
Ooh.
Jimmy, you've been happily married for 1,000,000 years. Actually, today's your anniversary.
16 years, Jenny.
That's right.
How about I'm going to treat her like a queen and go to White Castle? No, it's going to be
You
great.
are a lucky man.
Oh my God. Okay, let's listen up. Before I say what I'm about to say. I did like the White Castle joke, but he should have stood on it, or take her to Wendy's for a 4 for 4. He should have stood on it.
Because Jenny Fayla is amazing. But what say you about this psychologist argument?
Well, it is interesting because Jenny and I did meet on Tinder. The weird part is it happened 5.
99% of romantic interactions are coming from online dating, guys. This is the reality. So, and only 5 to 10% of men are successful on online dating. So, you do the math.
Years after we were married, which is awkward as hell. You're like, oh, you're on here too. This is weird. Really awkward. Wow, but I guess we still match up. The problem I do think
You're having dinner alone tonight. I can just see it.
But no, she's a good sport, Harris. But let's talk about this. Okay, first of all, I dismiss most of what relationship experts say. Most of these guys die alone. They don't know anything. I blame online dating for the deficit.
Nice. Good job. Okay. So this guy, he's kind of based. He goes straight to online dating. That was a great move. Let's listen up.
In happy couples. Why? Because online dating, an app, will never capture someone's actual energy. When it comes to courtship and dating.
And let's keep it a buck. The women aren't willing to give men a chance on online dating. They really aren't. They're willing to give the top 5-10% of men a chance. Yeah, for sure. But they're not. I mean, the swipe right data tells us everything we need to know. They're not willing to give men a chance on dating apps. Okay, they're just not, and that is hindering these. The connectivity, the relationship bonding thing. That's hindering that. Okay,
we are attracted to energy. Okay, every woman has left a guy at the bar who is a 9 and gone home with a guy who is a 6 because he had something about him.
Cap, bro. That's cap, bro. That's some bullshit. Now I gotta stop him right there, bro. A woman is not, unless that was her boyfriend. This is what he's talking about. She went to the club. The super hot guy was playing games. He had multiple women, and she had a boyfriend at home, and she went back to her man. That's the 6. That's the medium ugly lucrative communicative offer. She got a Malcolm secured, and then she's still able to go out here and hit the club because a lot of these guys are allowing their women to go out on girls' night out and go to hit the club and and live their life, whatever. So that's what's happening. She had a boyfriend. She just went out to the club, and the guy that she really wanted had multiple options. So she realized that she couldn't compete, and she went back home to her loyal, faithful beta guy.
And I only know that because I was the 6. You know what I'm saying? Like dating apps.
So he's the beta provider.
Apps can't capture someone.
That's not true. Like, sorry.
All right, whatever.
Maybe I was broken.
Maybe I was the 5. The point is, it worked out.
9 was definitely getting some respect.
Here and
from
there.
This one.
Here,
All right?
well, so listen.
Maybe I'm shallow, but I'm married 19 years.
No, he's a hunk now. No, Tony Boleyn's a hunk, but Tony's a hunk. But stick with me. And I think that's the problem with apps, is that they're teaching women and people in general to prioritize things that don't determine attraction, don't determine whether or not two people are going to click. Oh, you watch this.
And all those women, they hate that he's saying that. But this just shows that women, and this is what they don't, it shows, this is what they're not understanding, and what he won't say verbatim. It shows that women are shallow. It shows that women are shallow, and that's why you see they're cringing, they're cutting them off, making these little goofy ass jokes that are irrelevant to the conversation, because the dating app statistics, the dating app data shows how shallow women are and how important looks are to them over the importance that men put on it. And that's the reality of the situation.
But stick with me. And I think that's the problem with apps, is that they're teaching women and people in general to prioritize things that don't determine attraction, don't determine whether or not two people are going to click. Oh, you watch the same show as me? So does my brother. I don't want to date him. You know what I mean? It's just the thing.
The gallery's laughing.
The whole point is, anytime that a guy talks about what women want, I tend to shut off. But what do you think? Do you think that the men are lonelier than ever?
So she said, anytime a guy talks about what women want, I shut off. What, nigga? So they don't even want to listen to the men. Run it back. And this is why they had to get, the blue pill white guy up there, because they can just cut him off and invalidate what he's saying. But he spit some fucking bars there. Besides the 6 and the 9 analogy, he spit some bars. Women are shallow. That's really what the data tells us.
Time that a guy talks about what women want, I tend to shut off. But what do you think? Do you think that the men are lonelier than ever?
Well, I think the grass industry.
No, men aren't lonely. They're happy being alone. There's a difference. They're not claiming these hoes. That's what the data tells us. 66% of men, or whatever the 60% number of men, are choosing not to claim these hoes. And women, they don't understand that your situationship is not a fucking relationship, boo-boo. You're not in a relationship. They don't get it. They literally don't get it. They don't get it. They keep saying, oh yeah, I dated this guy. No, you didn't date him. You got fucked by him, bro. You did not date him, bro. He fucked you.
Greener complex is also created by these apps. Look, I'm 37 and single, so I'm probably not equipped to give dating advice.
No, you're not. End of discussion. You're donezo. You hit the wall.
It's not true. That's what I meant, Tony. It's perfect time.
Yep.
Oh, fingers crossed. My mom is like, please, dear God.
So was mine.
Someone.
I mean, if you don't have kids already, it's OV, baby. It's donezo.
Find her the perfect man. But I think we've beaten up men so badly as a society, right? We're telling them that being masculine is toxic. Or Me Too is an indictment of all men. A mere allegation would ruin someone's life. And we saw with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, not all women tell the truth.
And the Ohio State football players. Don't forget the black men. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Stop mentioning it. I mean, look, I love the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp situation as an example. Let's mention the black men who were fucking railroaded by this bullshit. Okay? Let's mention the Ohio State players. Let's mention the Albert Wilsons. Let's mention the Bakari Rambos. Let's mention the black men who were, accosted by this shit, by the Me Too movement.
Right. So we need to stop beating up men. But I agree, like organic is the best.
Yeah, you gotta
get out in the mix. Try to
Well, men aren't going to approach anymore because you got these bitches trying to make an example of every guy to approach. And they literally feed off of the attention of men, and they love embarrassing men on social media. So that's why you have women in the gym trying to expose men and do all this goofy shit. Men aren't approaching anymore. So you talking about this organic shit, unless you're willing to go approach the man, it's a dud.
No, not what I don't know. Anyways,
and the psychologist makes that point that he says the toxic masculinity argument has really served to erode men's sense of identity and the fact that they do want to show up for women as masculine, but apparently now it's not okay. Yeah.
I'm only showing up for the women I'm fucking, point blank, and the women in my family. Facts. The other day I was at the gas station and I saw these girls, and I went into the gas station to put my money on the tank, and I put my money on the tank. They were before me. They were taking their time. They was asking questions. I didn't really dig into it. I wasn't really paying attention. These girls' car broke down like a couple blocks up the street. They walked to the Kroger gas station. They bought a gas tank, one of those little gas canisters, the red ones, and they literally go and go to the gas tank and fill it up. And I was literally watching them while I'm pumping my gas. Like, I'm literally looking dead at them. And I knew they were doing it wrong. Like, they literally start pumping the gas, and the pump wasn't even all the way in there. And then fucking gasoline just starts spewing all over the fucking ground. And, I didn't do anything because I was just like, I mean, they're strong and independent. They got this. And they were just like giggling and laughing at each other like, oh my God, this is so dangerous. Oh my God, like I've never done anything like this before. And I was just sitting there like, y'all are going to kill somebody. You're literally going to set this whole gas station ablaze. But I didn't intervene because strong and independent. I didn't want my toxic masculinity to exude. I didn't want to, come off as a toxic black man who and they come up and say, oh, what are you doing over here? Why did you approach us? We got it. We can do it on our own. So I just let them be. And that's what men are doing nowadays. I'm an example of that. And I know other guys are too.
Yeah, I do want to say in the 21st century, women can be the problem too. I've seen.
And that's the whole point that men are saying. They are the problem. I mean, if you really want to keep it a buck, if we had to say who's more to blame, it's definitely 100%, no doubt in my mind, women are more to blame. Straight up, because they're only dating a small percentage of guys. So it can't be the men's fault because, 60% of the men are single. And a lot of those guys are not even getting laid as well.
used to always
me,
see the
though.
men, but not you, Lisa. Definitely not you. But it was interesting. 62% of the people on social media
Yes, Lisa, you are the problem. Your results show you that you are the problem.
are men. I would have never guessed that. I would have thought it would have been
Let me run it back.
women, but the problem
Run it back.
not you, Lisa. Definitely not you. But it was interesting. 62% of the people on social media are men. I would have never guessed that. I would have thought it would have been women. But the problem is social media, dating apps, they give us too many choices.
Nah, I don't know where the fuck she got that. 62% of people on social media are men. What? Did she get that from the same data that we're looking at? I mean, let's see. Yeah, that's bullshit. I literally don't know where the fuck she got that shit from. Okay. As of 2021, 78% of women are on social media or report that they use at least one social media site. 66% of men. So she's contorting the data. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. I don't even know why they allowed them to publish this shit. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what the data actually tells us here, that 78% of women report to have using one social media app, and then 66% of men have her. So that might be where she got that 60% number. But that's just reporting that they've used the app, and there's way more of there's a higher percentage of women who report using a social media app versus men.
It's like too many choices, fish in the sea, but they can be used appropriately because it's a good screening mechanism for, are we the same faith? Do we want the same things? Is he a partier? Is he not a partier? I met my husband on Twitter, so I knew a lot about him before we ever met, you know?
That's a great point. There are positives definitely to having that visibility into someone.
You know, one thing I would say, because looking at the picture on the big wall, I mean, that guy just looks destroyed. By the way, that picture could have been on the day that like his NFL team lost.
Yeah,
like, we don't know why
that's a Jet fan. He's not even dating anybody.
I do think that coming out of lockdowns and
Aw, like look how condescending they are to like men's issues. It's actually pretty disgusting.
whatnot, my friends
And this is supposed to be a conservative channel.
who are single have shared with me over and over, and I think this is very true. We can't express every emotion we're having, every moment we're having it when we meet someone. A first impression is still really important. And I think that social media teaches you to lose the good graces of a first impression. You assume a lot based on what you think you already know. And I still think it's awesome to put on your pretty red cowboy boots and a cute skirt.
I'm with you.
To go out on that date and to make that great first impression. And there's nothing wrong with being a 9. You're a 10.
Hey, girl. Oh, there it is.
Who's a 10? I don't see now 110 on this fucking panel.
Come on. But I do think that people are unloading their emotions right now. That's a lot when you're first meeting somebody.
All right. As for me being a 10, you leave my IQ out of this. But fellas,
Happy anniversary.
there it is.
Okay, that was a good joke.
You got to get out there.
Good dad joke.
There, fellas, meet women in person. You know, I grew up in an era where you had to.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is why this nigga met his wife on Tinder, but he's telling us to meet women in person. Dude, fuck out of here. Like, I get it. Yeah, approach like niggas. I mean, niggas want to run that fucking PUA shit. I'm good on it.
Lie right to the woman's face. None of this hiding behind social media.
What?
No, everyone tries
I mean, if you got a good social media platform, you don't have to meet women in person. Point blank.
to be perfect, and that's why relationships tank.
Tonight. I told you. Nobody's having dinner
This
with
is
him.
why I have a great woman, fellas. I'm honest. I lead flaw first. Bottom line.
So you heard what he said. He said he leads flaws first. I mean, he seems like a cool guy. Disagree with him on some things. I actually want to break down the data a little bit more in depth on another stream. Okay. So yeah, let's get back into the King Richez shit, then we'll wrap it up.
Yes,
I do.
3 to 5. She's
After
gone up
the
now.
9 to 5.
I know, but I do. Listen, I don't expect anything of anybody, and I don't ever judge anyone for their past behaviors. Where if people was like that, then they'll be a lot less toxic than what the world is like. I judge for the fact that, look, you're with me now. Let's just see where our journey goes. As long as you were clean and you're safe, you're not being out here gonna be giving me some fuddy-duddy shit. Then I don't.
So, and I don't know how she got it in her head that men had 300 bodies on average. It's just insane. Anyways, let's fast forward to when she gets kicked out.
In the same way as those women.
Does that mean that it's accurate?
I mean, who knows? At the end of the day, who knows? But for
I mean, that's kind of the scary thing.
But for me, it is accurate for what my life and what I'm living for right now, and that's what
I hear you. But don't you think that you kind of just like playing a game like you don't know what the outcome's gonna be?
Well, that's what life is about. Life is a game.
Yeah, but
like they say, life is for a box of chocolate.
But if you
and you never know what one you're gonna get. Like that's from another movie.
Yeah,
but it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
No, but the truth is you can make educated decisions, though.
Yeah, and that's what my education has been from what I've been up on. I'm so sorry. Go.
No, but but I hear that. But you're going off your aunt that she's
sorry. They're actually talking about being single mothers. Well, being single and alone, and then they're talking about like being single mothers. I wonder if let me run it back just a little bit more.
If the men that are going over there are doing it because it's easy.
Okay, they were talking about passport bros for a little bit. Let's fast forward.
That's very honest of you to say that. Maybe you are being like, maybe you are kind of like low economy countries,
Okay, let me fast forward.
Part of the Woman King. I watch a lot of movies, FYI. But the thing is, what I'm saying is what you're exposed to. Us in this.
She's definitely got lip fillers too.
We've been exposed to the fact that women have rights. We can do what we want. We can say no if a guy just wants to marry us off and have sex with us the rest of our lives, or just have kids with us. We can have careers. We can be those powerful women. We can be queens in our own generation. But unfortunately, that's not the same for our women across the world. It means that sometimes they're not exposed to being able to have that control over their lives. So I think that's kind of what it goes down to. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're out here, always poor, but it's what have they been exposed to be able to give them the option.
They haven't been exposed to Instagram Explore page.
No, but I haven't bought these morals through the Instagram Explore page. I've bought these morals from.
Bruh, you don't have morals. You're literally posting. Do we have to go to her Instagram again? She literally is posting pictures with see-through lingerie, like literally exposing her nipple. I literally have pictures of her like blatantly exposing her nipples in see-through lingerie on Instagram. Your morals are out of the window, baby.
Mom telling me that I don't necessarily need a man to make me feel valid. That's how I've got that because my mom.
But you would want a man, though, don't you? At some point, you're gonna want a man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like a man doesn't make or break the success of my life, and that is a damn fact.
I never said that. I'm saying at some point you will want a man. That's what I'm
possibly. If it happens, I will thank God and I'll be like, thank you so much for blessing me with this man. But if it doesn't, my aunt, who I absolutely love.
So she's content with being without a man for the rest of her life, and she's mentioning her aunt is happy. I guarantee if you really talk to your aunt, she is not happy.
My role model,
she sounds bitter as fuck.
She hasn't got a man like that. And
she's your role model because she's, I guess, single and independent.
Independent, do you know what I mean? So I feel like
do you think she's happy?
She's very happy.
Is it?
Very happy. And at the end of the day, I don't feel like a man validates my happiness or my success or whatever I do. But that's just because of what I've been brought up to believe.
So that's basically what you're saying. That's what you've been conditioned to believe.
Yeah, and the same way as those women.
Does that mean that it's accurate?
I mean, who knows? At the end of the day, who knows? But for
that's kind of the scary thing.
But for me, it is accurate for what my life and what I'm living for right now, and that's what
I hear you. But don't you think that you kind of just like playing a game like you don't know what the outcome's gonna be?
Well, that's what life is about. Life is a game.
Yeah, but
they say life is for the.
Life is a game. No, the fuck it's not. That's crazy.
Yeah,
to the
but
chocolate.
but if you
And you never know what one you're gonna get. Like that's from another movie.
Yeah,
But it's the
yeah.
truth.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
no, but the truth is you can make educated decisions though.
Yeah. And that's what my education has been from what I've been up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go.
No, but but I hear that. But you're going off your aunt that she's happy, she's single.
And
but
also,
what about
and
your
also,
parents and your
and
grandparents?
that's the
Because you
thing.
made sure you made a reference.
But this is what I'm saying. My
of them.
mum has been that person to tell me that at the end of the day, you do not need a man. Even my dad has told me that. He has brought me up. He's brought both of his daughters
And they misguided you, point blank.
up to be independent women. I know how to change
Were they
a tire.
born here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
And that's the thing. This is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, but that's why. Don't you see that?
No. But this is exactly what I've been saying to you. My upbringing is completely different to their upbringing. I might be classed as a modern woman because my parents have modern values. My grandma even sat me down and told me about, making sure I can fend for myself, do what I want to do, not have to rely on anything. And she's been with my granddad for 60 plus years. But my
don't you think
my granddad respects my grandma to expect
and
that he
that's
can
all
do that.
good. I'm not arguing any of those points.
Yeah, of
but
course.
what I'm saying is that with your grandparents, your grandmother and your mother, don't you think they would probably want you to settle down with a guy and have a family of your own?
I've had this conversation with my mom literally like months ago, and it was one of those things where if situations were different, I could have possibly been married at like the age of like 23, and we both sat there and we said that we're very happy that I wasn't in that situation, because the person I am now is completely different to the person I was at 22, and I would give that same advice.
So she could have been married at 22, 23, and she turned it down.
To my daughter, I want her to go find love, do whatever she wants to do, but at the end of the day, it needs to be your decision, and you need to know yourself first before you make a decision like that. But that's because we have that education to be able to bring our daughters up like that. But in those countries, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, because that's what they've known, and I would never ever disrespect someone because of the fact that's what they've been conditioned to want to know. It's just the differences of culture, and I respect everybody's culture.
That, and that's why a lot of guys are going to.
And it's also,
enough.
well, they go to the traditional cultures, but there's a lot of like family pressure on the individual that's in that relationship as well.
Which
find.
individual? Which
So
one?
say if they're going over to, I think you said like a poorer country, basically, and they're more traditional. So the family might put pressure on that person to be like, okay, you need to sort our life out for us. So you're going to make these
I do
choices,
agree with that. Yeah,
and you're going to have to do this. There's also, like we were talking about, obviously, I don't know if can I say this word on the podcast? Prostitution's being legal in these countries. There's a lot of sex trafficking, and I think people don't
Okay, so let's debunk the sex trafficking shit. The majority of sex trafficking is hand-to-hand prostitution, meaning the woman, she don't got no damn pimp. She just doing it on her fucking own. And now they classify that as sex trafficking. And it's actually decriminalized for the woman to solicit prostitution, but it's illegal for the man to purchase said prostitute. So, I mean, it's bullshit. The whole human trafficking thing. Yes, there are people who are being trafficked, especially in Africa. But all in all, in the Western world, that human trafficking shit is bullshit. A lot of it is scare tactic. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's not as common as people try and make it seem.
understand like the severity of the situation. Like they go with their boys, they go to have fun. Like a lot of the boys that go over there, they're not going to find a wife. They're going to go have fun with the boys.
But I'm not talking about those guys.
You're talking about the boys that are just going for.
That they're going for.
Why should you just keep calling them boys? They're fucking men.
Or legitimate. They want to find a woman because they can't. They just not having the success or the kind of success that they would like here. Because maybe they just find a lot of modern women in this side of the world, they're not wifey material in their opinion.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're not.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So
and in my opinion, I'll say what I think. I think that, I think pretty much like everybody's a scumbag. Like a lot of women.
And I don't agree with that. I mean, we just saw the data. 60% of the men are not even dating. So how can they be scumbags? It's only a small percentage of these guys, and I wouldn't even say they're scumbags. I would say a lot of these guys are straight up and they keep it a buck with these women, and they just don't. I guess they just overlook it.
In this side of the world, are living their lives like guys.
What you say that's a scumbag if they're living like a man?
The guys are scumbags. I think naturally.
Nah, I don't agree.
Guys would. I think most guys would naturally, in an ideal world, they'd be on scumbag maneuvers, bruv. To be honest with you.
And what he's basically saying is scumbag is being promiscuous This is what I say. Sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. So a promiscuous man is not the same as a promiscuous woman. So the reality is most men cannot exercise those options. They don't have that sexual access nor variety. Therefore, they can't even exercise the ability to be a quote unquote scumbag. But the guys who are able to exercise that ability, they might move goofy and whatnot, or some of these guys might move like a oiled machine. It just depends on what guy you're dealing with. But I wouldn't say that they're a scumbag because, he's mastered the art of getting laid. Okay. And I wouldn't say a woman's a scumbag if she, has hundreds of bodies either. I mean, there's other words like slut or hoe or whore or whatever, but I wouldn't say a scumbag. Just because she has a lot of bodies doesn't make her a bad person. What it does is make her a bad option to be a wife.
In an honest moment, like most guys would like to have a range of different women, and impregnate a range of different women if they could. Now, obviously, affording it is a different thing, but I think a lot of men would like to have one tall woman, one short one black, one white, one Asian, one Indian.
No, I do agree with that. I just don't agree with the classification of scumbag. I don't think it's scumbaggy to want that access and variety. I really don't. I just think that a small minority of men are able to actually exercise that, and it is what it is.
I think a lot of guys would, regardless of where the guy's background or what he is, I think most guys would like to have that.
In your opinion, yes.
In my opinion,
yeah.
I can ask you lot in the chat. You lot in the chat, let me know if you agree or you disagree, because I think most guys.
So would it be fair to say that girls would want the same? So if guys were allowed to have like a variety of all of their different types, all the people they found attractive, do you think a woman, regardless of the differences, would want the same?
And so this is the thing. My answer to that is yes, they do want the same. Women want sexual access and sexual variety. The only thing is it ruins you and it doesn't ruin the man. With the variety, it ruins the woman. With the variety, it only makes the man stronger.
Not necessarily, but I think women would like to feel like, I'm just like a guy and I'm independent. No one can't tell me nothing, and if guys can sleep around, I can sleep around too. I think that's literally where the scumbagness comes into it.
Yeah.
So
because I think men naturally.
And the thing is, women, and this is something that I saw admitted on the Whatever podcast. A lot of women, they try and say, oh, these boys are players, da da da. Dude, these women are talking to way more guys than any guy could ever talk to women. Like their Snapchat shit is just like notification. Like they getting blown up on every app, and they're talking and entertaining way more guys. And they're not telling these guys they're talking to multiple people. I'm telling you that right now. Because they know if they tell the guy, hey, I'm talking to this guy, that guy, and that guy, then the guy's going to get turned off and be like, well, fuck you then. Because that's how men are. We're territorial. So the women are being more of the quote unquote, what you would call players. And I know on the Overdose podcast, I said women can't be players, but the way that they classify men as players, actually it's the other way around. Women are the ones who have all the options and exploring those options because they think in their mind, like this woman showed us earlier, that she thinks men have on average 300 bodies. They think in their mind that men are doing the same thing, when in all actuality, that man is probably betting his whole weekend on a date with this woman. And she's most likely going to flake because there's a 90% flake rate based off of the fact that she's talking to all these other guys.
Like biologically, like hormonally, would like to sleep with lots of women. I think everybody knows that. Testosterone is a very strong hormone, like. Do you get what I'm saying? And then our physical biology, where we produce all these millions of sperm, like every day, whereas a woman produces one egg a month, and then if she gets that egg fertilized, then she's pretty much out of action for the whole year. I mean, the biology already tells you something. And then if you don't have the egg fertilized, then you have a period.
But we also have things like the pill, and we also have things that change our hormones.
Yeah.
And I mean, whatever y'all say about the pill, we can talk about the pill, but we don't have enough time. But essentially, You could still get a period on the pill. So I mean, I don't know what point she's trying to make. The pill actually makes you more docile. It actually kills your sex drive because it reduces the amount of hormones that you produce so that you can't have a kid. So theoretically, it actually is supposed to kill your sex drive. And a lot of women do experience a lack of sex drive when they're on the pill. And, some women say, oh, it makes me so horny. You have different reactions, but majority, one of the main side effects of the pill is a reduced sex drive.
Yeah, that's not natural, is it?
Huh?
It's not natural though, is it? The
Yeah,
pill's
but
not natural.
that's just how it is now.
No, but what I'm trying to make you understand is that men and women, the difference between men and women, though.
Obviously, that there are differences,
like the natural difference.
But there are natural differences. But also, I think it's environmental factors. If you've been brought up a certain way, to be a certain way. Because if we go back, I don't know, to like the Middle Ages, I really don't think women were like, I'm only sleeping with one guy. I'm only doing this. I'm only doing that. And I know people.
Do you think they was capable?
Yeah,
allowed to do that?
I'm telling you, cavemen, they were probably having it large. I don't think they were sitting there thinking.
Are you just going off what you think or what you've read somewhere or?
Right.
Probably the same as you. So
I'm going off of what.
So you're going right. Okay. So
no, the thing is, women back in the day, they knew who the fuck the winner was, and they chose up point blank.
Biologically, yeah, you're going off of hormones, but I'm going off of so you're saying, okay, so hormonally, don't know if that's the correct way of saying it.
Yeah.
Hormonally, men have more testosterone. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
But also, it's environmentally how you've been brought up. If we live in a patriarchal society where, okay, you've been taught that you need to sort of protect your purity as a woman, that's your value, and that's still taught to so many women now around the world.
It's true. It's true. If you want to get married, then that's what you need to do. Protect your purity, point blank. It's no debating this.
Even
But don't you think women are more sexually liberated than ever before?
Yeah, but it doesn't. In some cases, yeah.
In the Western
world. In the West, bro.
But why shouldn't they be?
I never said they shouldn't be.
What the?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Asking you, don't you think they are?
Yeah, I do think
Exactly.
in some places they're not, and in some households.
Why she keep talking about in some place? Come on.
The West, because the men are leaving the West to go to these other countries. So what I'm talking about is pertaining to women in the West.
Yeah. So what's the question?
Bruh, she ain't even paying attention. This shit ridiculous.
I don't know. Like you keep saying stuff. I don't really get what you're saying. Like my thing is this: at the end of the day, like if we look at men and because we were talking about the scumbagness of like how women are somewhat kind of carrying themselves like men these days, or wanting to live like a man. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas with the whole independence, because think about the traditional woman kind of put herself in or allowed herself to be in a position where she needed the man. Would you agree with that?
Or she was taught that she needed.
She was
the
taught,
man.
but she allowed herself to be in that because she has a choice. Everyone as a human being has a choice of free will.
Yeah, now we do.
But so if a traditional woman allows herself to be in a situation where she needs a man to be there and protect and provide for her, that's one thing. But then if a woman is just like, you know what, I provide for myself, I protect myself, and I live on my own, and I got my own car, and I pay my own bills, and so if I want to have a high body count, I'm gonna have a high body count, and no one can't tell me nothing because men can do it. So why can't I do it? Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I just think that I don't know if that's how they want to live and they're not hurting anyone, then who cares? Like,
who cares? I mean, honestly, it's better for men if women just like had that mentality as a whole, but they're not ready for that conversation. I mean, the main people who are benefiting are the top percentage of men, so honestly, I'm rooting for it at the end of the day. Like, y'all already know I'm firing brimstone with it, like send the asteroid type nigga. Like it's pretty much already OV. I love these conversations, but there really is no point in like trying to educate or put them on game. They're not gonna listen. They're not trying to listen at all.
and one man's
but men care though.
No, but not all men. Like, some men do care. Some men do care.
I think most men don't want to be with the town bicycle.
All the masculine men care.
Most men don't.
And maybe the same for women. They might not want to be with the town bicycle either.
But But typically, what you'll find is that if a guy is high value enough, he's got enough money and good looks, he's just throwing his willy around, yeah, he typically will have more than one baby mama.
And
That's the difference.
Could the same
And
be
a
said?
lot of times, like, okay, I'll give you a famous example. Future. Everybody knew Future had baby mamas. He's a baby mama machine.
Same with Nick Cannon. They still getting fucked.
And there's still women that will add themselves to the list. Even a high-profile woman like Sierra, she even did it. Like, men are not really going into the...
Because women want to be with the winners.
It's not really a man's desire to go and add himself to the list of baby daddies. It's not in a man's desire. Like, a man will avoid that. A man with any kind of intelligence will avoid that. If he's got anything going on serious, he's going to avoid that.
So
that's the difference between men and women, though. Like,
so what I'm getting from that is if a man did the same thing as what them women did, they'd be unintelligent.
I just think that men have this kind of baseline
Maybe it's
idea
retarded,
that, like,
bro.
I don't want to share a woman with other guys.
And some women have the same thing. Like,
yeah,
a lot of women, a lot of women. So like they.
And that's where she's going off the rails. It's like some women have the same thing, or some this, some that, dude. In general, let's keep it a buck, especially when you have these examples like Futures. These women are absolutely willing to share these guys who are like, you know, at the top of the food chain when it comes, especially when it comes financially, but also status as well. Okay, that's just the reality.
They might see Future's baby mama record and be like, right, okay, I'm not putting myself on that list. He probably shoots his shot at a few women, and they're like, I know exactly what's going down there.
Yeah, but
it's the type of person you're going for.
Yeah, but I'm saying that success rate, Future would probably have a high success rate of like sleeping with a lot of women, and probably even if you went to sleep with them raw, they'd probably have it. He's Future because he's rich and famous.
That's the same with anyone with status. If Beyonce came up to a bunch of men, they'd probably be like, well, it's Beyonce.
But the thing is, she probably wouldn't put herself in position to do that because
exactly, bro. Beyonce's not just gonna date some random dude. Whereas Future will date a bitch that nobody knows. Remember, I think his 7th baby mama, Eliza Rain, nobody knew who the fuck that bitch was.
It's not her. It's not in her natural motivation to go and sleep with loads of guys and have loads of baby daddies. It wouldn't be in. It's not really. Okay. Do you think that? I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna say, well, there's exceptions. But do you think a lot of women are happy to have multiple baby daddies?
Here we go.
I think we've got more control over it now, like with like birth control.
Answer the question.
No, that's not what I'm
wait, what
asking you.
happy?
Do you think a lot of women are happy to have a string of baby daddies?
I don't know. It's hard to answer that question.
What? The question is it ideal that a woman has a whole bunch of baby daddies and none of the men are willing to commit to her after having children with her? No, it's not ideal. That simple.
You don't know.
I don't know. How am I
let me
meant to
ask
know?
you. Let me ask you. Do you think women are happy to have a string of baby daddies? Do you think that honestly?
I don't know. I don't have a string of baby
Yeah,
daddies.
that's what I mean. Like, I can't give you an opinion.
So they can't answer the question. Jesus.
Like, how would you feel to have 5 baby mamas?
I wouldn't do it.
No.
Honestly. I wouldn't do that. I think that's.
But what if you
ridiculous.
have no control over it? What if?
What do you mean?
What if?
Control?
I
You
don't
have
know.
no
What if?
control over it.
Control.
I don't know. Out of the blue, in 5 years, someone calls you up. Yeah, someone calls you up. Oh, by the way,
like in 5 years, 5 different people call me up.
on the same
You got a
day.
kid. You got a kid. You got a kid. You got a kid. So okay, like let's say hypothetically that happened. Then what? What's your question?
How would you feel about that?
I obviously wouldn't be happy. It would not be ideal or a preference ever in any dimension.
Right, okay.
So, like,
If you were asking me,
do you see the difference? When I ask you a question, I just answered it straight.
Yeah.
But when I ask you a question, it's you like, I don't know.
Because I'm not in a situation. Like, if I was in a situation, like, because when you have a
But I
kid,
never
you love
asked you
them.
about you
So,
personally, though.
I just don't think I'd be in that situation, like you said. Then.
So, but why would?
I just thought-
Okay, cool. So why wouldn't you be in that situation, like I said?
Why wouldn't I? I don't know. I might be. I might. You might see me in 20 years. I might be. I can't speak for the future.
Jesus.
I mean, you just don't seem to like understand anything. Like,
Understand
because when you asked
anything.
me a question, I answered it, and then when I asked you the exact same question, now you said you don't know. Why? How come you don't know?
I said I don't know to begin with. Actually, if we
Yeah, but
retract
then after you asked me the same question, and then I answered it, and then I put the question across to you, then you said that wouldn't happen to me like you. or you wouldn't
I
prefer
didn't.
that like
No,
you?
I didn't say it wouldn't happen to me like you. I was just saying I just don't think. I think it's harder for a woman to get in that situation. Like I think I'd know if I had one, like a baby. Do you know what I mean? Whereas for you, you don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's
But we're
harder
not
for
talking about if you know or not. We're saying once the situation is there, do you think it would be a preference of women to have 5?
And guys, I had to fast forward a little bit because this semantic thing is ridiculous. But she gets kicked out in about like 10 minutes. So let's keep watching.
Different baby fathers, like 5 kids, and they all got a different dad. Do you think that is an ideal situation? Do you think women really want that to happen?
I don't know. It's probably the same for men and for women. Ideally, they probably just want to have either their life partner and have that child with them. But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's really not that big of a deal.
No, it's not the same for men and women. She don't get it. She literally doesn't get it. It's not the same because we want different things.
It's not a big of a deal.
There's loads of people out there with blended families.
So don't you think? Okay, don't you think it would be?
Bro, we're not talking about a blended family. We're talking about a woman who has 4 different children by 4 different men.
Ideal if the kids in the home have the same mom and same dad.
In some situations, some not. Like
So he asked if it's ideal for there to be a nuclear family. She said in some situations, some not. Wrong. Statistically, it is always ideal to have 2 parents in the home.
depends on the parents. It's like you could have like
Okay,
your two biological
both the parents are good parents. Don't you think it would be ideal if all the kids had the same mom and same dad? If both the parents
ideal, but sometimes that doesn't work out for people. Like I personally have a blended family, so and that works.
Okay, cool. But
you have a blended family, but you still have a nuclear family, mom, dad, children under.
I come from a single mother household, and I know that single mother households are not ideal.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't...
Single mother households produce 85% of the people who are felons. They produce pretty much the same rate of, the number of pedos out there come from, the majority of them come from single mother households as well. The abuse rates in single mother households, which they're about to talk about, but they don't give statistical data. It actually increases by 43% if the woman is bringing in another man into that situation, which the data shows that these women continue to date even after they have kids. So they're obviously bringing men who are not biological around their children, increasing the risk for not only physical, verbal, but sexual abuse.
See how you don't get what
you're saying? No.
Like, it's like I don't know if you're deliberately not understanding.
I don't
or
think
like...
I need to listen to her. She just said that she shared an experience the same way that you shared experience. Okay. She comes from a blended family, so technically, what side is it? Your mum?
So no, my parents are together, but I have my sisters who are from my dad's side.
There we go.
And I've grown up.
So she's got half sisters from her dad's side. So her dad had kids coming into the marriage.
My sisters. And like we all love each other. It's great, and they love my mum like she's their own.
So her dad had children already coming into the marriage. Then he had her with her mom. Now, I mean, he was a single father. Single father households actually produce children at a very similar rate, statistically. As far as success goes. They produce children at a very similar rate, slightly below nuclear families, but single fathers do a lot better than single mothers statistically when it comes to rearing children. So, I mean, and I'm not saying that fathers are, statistically, yes, fathers are better parents, but the reason why is because they can enact discipline in their daughters and sons. Women can only enact discipline in their daughters, and usually if they enact discipline in their daughters without a father in the house, they resent their mothers, but it's easier for a father to enact discipline on his daughters or his sons because at the end of the day they respect Big Daddy. All right, point blank.
And it's worked out well. So when I'm looking at it from that sort of regard, I'm like,
it's not the ideal, but it works.
It works.
Okay, but initially
they sound dumb.
Baby fathers and baby daddies. So
technically, her mom is a baby mom.
But a lot of times in that situation,
no, her mom is a married woman. Her mom is married to her father. Her mom wasn't a baby mom. She's a wife, a mother. Like, where did you get that shit from? You're not listening.
Single parents. I mean, if you look, you can look at the stats. This is not me just making it up. The single motherhood is on the rise. Like single parenthood is on the rise. So don't you think that
It's not single parenthood, King Richez. Single motherhood is on the rise, not single parenthood, single motherhood.
in the child's best interest to have both their mum and their dad there?
Of course, there are people like when a child only has one parent, that puts them at risk for loads of things.
I'm going
Like,
to be controversial.
No, when a child only has the mother, the single mother, that puts them at risk, not single father households.
Sure. I've already said to myself that I'm more than happy to be a single parent and raise a child by myself because
Why would you want
because of the
to do
fact
that?
like I don't want to be in a situation where I'm just with a guy just to be with a guy to have a kid. I'd rather.
Then why would you be in that situation? Why wouldn't you just get with a guy that you love and you respect and you think is going to be a good father who's going to stick around? Why wouldn't you just do that? These bitches just be making up some wild ass scenarios. Like they think about the worst case scenario and be like, oh, well, I'd just rather do it on my own if this worst case scenario is the alternative. And the worst case scenario is not the alternative, especially if you choose to date a Malcolm, a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man.
Be able to give this kid like the love and affection that I want, and I'm prepared to do it by myself.
And I also think
Yeah, but like, don't you see how you're probably, if that was to happen, you'd be putting your child at a severe disadvantage. You know?
But why? My dad was raised by a single mother. I think he's a great
It doesn't
person.
matter. It doesn't matter.
I think you're quite a great person.
I
being
know
raised
I'm
by
an
a single
excellent person.
So
It doesn't
what
matter.
What makes it any different?
Because you're still,
Here we
regardless
go.
of that, what you've seen, you're bringing anecdotal examples of this guy turned out good. This guy turned out good. What about the rest of the guys that didn't turn out
But
good?
I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about what I'm deciding to do, what I see in front of me, and what I've experienced. So I'm talking on facts.
You're not talking. You're
not
talking on
facts,
anecdotal
bitch. You know
I'm talking on
examples.
facts.
talking on
Bro,
life
no. Don't just switch off and say something and then switch off. You have to
No,
hear
but
what I'm
it's
saying.
true.
You have to hear what I'm saying as well.
Here we go.
What you're saying is a fair point. Boom. Your dad turned out good. King Richez turned out good.
So your dad is the minority of the products of single motherhood. Point blank. That's all.
Literally, you don't really know nothing about me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know how many times I've been.
being nice.
Listen. Let me finish what I'm talking. I'm talking
Being
about
nice.
myself now. Like, so you said you turned out good, cool, because of what you can see, bro. You don't really know what happened before today. You don't know where I come from. You don't know what any the dysfunctional things I've done. Depression, social anxiety, addictions, criminal past, all kinds of things. Like, so you can't just say that, oh yeah, well, you turned out good. You probably don't know all the bad things your dad has done. You don't know, bro, because you weren't there.
I think.
But listen, hold on.
The point.
No, you're missing the point because you're saying that
the point.
bro, you're saying that, oh yeah, you're justifying the fact that you think, oh yeah, I'm okay with being a single mom because your dad turned out right. Cool. Yeah. But that's one person, bro. If you look at, if you look, yeah, but at the same time, we already agreed that if two parents are better than one, we already agreed to that.
I've had two parents and I absolutely love both of them. But the same thing is that it's not an ideal situation in today's society. And I think that is what we need to take away from this whole discussion.
What's not ideal?
Like, there's no perfect family. As said, it goes back to the way that we have beauty standards, family standards, everything else. Society has conditioned us to know what we should be expecting. But I think Shannon has turned out to be a beautiful person with her blended family. I'm so happy.
Shannon grew up in a nuclear household. That's not the same, bro. It's not the same at all.
That she connects with her sisters
You're
in a
just
way.
stuck on the good examples.
No, because that's what we have in front of us.
Go on.
Right, what I'm going to say is some people have both parents in their family. And I'm telling you now, the amount of domestic violence, the amount of domestic violence that is in relationships now is on the rise.
So domestic violence, and when she's talking about domestic violence in relationships, domestic violence is not high in marriages. Okay, it's usually higher in these relationships. Okay, these relationships where there isn't any type of written commitment or whatnot. When you speak about domestic violence as well, a child is more likely to be abused in a single parent household, specifically a single mother household, rather than a nuclear family household structure. A child is also more likely to be abused by a male who is not of their family, the risk for abuse increase about 43% if the woman is dating men who are not blood to that child. So bringing in people who are not kin to that child increases, especially males, it increases the rate of domestic violence. Also, the highest rate of domestic violence are observed in lesbian relationships, girl-on-girl relationships. So all the shit that she's talking about, domestic violence, you're more likely to get domestic violence from women, from the women's, bad decisions, i.e. being a single mother or, choosing to live the lesbian lifestyle, than you are from a nuclear family household.
And we're talking about children.
Yeah,
listen,
children
it's
in
serious.
families of domestic violence. Do you know how that affects a child?
Okay,
I
cool,
would
but
much
what I'm
rather
saying-
no. Can I finish my point,
because
please?
you're okay.
No, 'cause
What
it's
is
a
the
valid
stats then?
point.
What is the stat? So of all these kids that come from some balanced homes where
I
they
work
hold
in
on. I'm asking you a question.
That's a bit rude,
I'm
though.
asking you. No, but
That's
I'm asking
a
a
bit rude.
question.
No, on a real,
I'm
I
asking
haven't checked you tonight,
Bro,
but that's
you
very
can't check me
rude.
because it's my
No,
show.
but
You
that's
can't
very
check me.
rude.
You
Right.
can't check
Okay,
me.
cool.
Fuck is this bitch talk? What is she talking about? Checking, bro? You ain't checking shit.
Silence.
I didn't say okay. Cool. Are you dumb? I did not say that. I said okay, cool. As in, I'm agreeing with her.
That's not right.
Bro, are you
You
deaf?
should
Are you deaf?
should at least let her
Are you deaf?
finish out.
No.
what she was trying to say about
You've jumped from
domestic
one thing.
violence.
You've accused me of something, which
But
it
it's
obviously
the
wasn't,
truth.
and now you're
It's the
jumping
truth.
to I should
It's
let
the
her
truth.
finish. Bro, you should
He's on it. He ain't letting her get off with the sign language. Good move.
just be quiet when I'm
It's the
speaking.
truth. No, it's the truth. I'm
Bro,
sorry.
nah,
It's the
then
truth.
like you can just
Get
go.
the fuck
innit?
out.
I'm not gonna go.
No,
but
you
No,
are gonna go.
bitch, you're gonna get the fuck out.
What do you mean you're not gonna go? You are gonna
it
go.
wasn't the
You
right
are
thing
gonna
to
go.
say.
You are gonna go, bro.
It wasn't
You
the
are
right
gonna
thing
go.
to say.
No. And like Carter Michael, she is gonna go, bro.
Yeah,
What do
she
you
out
mean?
of here.
How you gonna try and accuse me of something? And then obviously I just told you that's not what I was saying. And then the next thing you just
Shout out to Goosebeard with the $50 super trap.
Oh, say less.
Yes, hey, hell yeah. Shout out to Goosebeard for sponsoring this live stream. We've gone for 3 hours. We're about to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. So hold on.
jump to no, you should let her finish. You should let her finish. And when I'm speaking,
That's
you're
what
still
I was
talking,
saying. I was
bro.
saying you should
Like,
let
bro,
her finish
right.
because
Listen.
cutting her off when she's talking about
I'm gonna give you
domestic
one more
violence
chance.
isn't the
I'm gonna
right
give you
thing.
one more.
These hoes don't know a damn thing about domestic violence. And I literally have a channel where I cover domestic violence all day long. I know the statistics, and the likelihood of domestic violence increases substantially in single mother households. It's not even up for discussion.
Chance, yeah, because I don't really want to kick no one off. I really don't. But if you continue to act like you are in charge here, you're the moderator,
I'm
like
not
you
saying
paid
that
for
I'm in
anything here,
Still talking.
then stop talking when I'm talking.
Still talking.
Stop talking when I'm
But you
talking.
need
It's a
to listen
simple
to other
thing.
people at the
I have
same
been
time,
listening, bro.
because it is a serious matter.
Bro. I'm telling you seriously. You got one more chance. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you got one more chance. If you carry on like if you want to carry on like that,
Bitch, then
it's up to
go.
you. It's up to
I'm
you.
not gonna lie, right? I'm trying. All I've been trying to do is say a
I
point.
wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, I know,
to her.
I know, but I don't think that she was meaning to insult you. That's
So
why
what-
I'm
but
getting
did she-
confused
but
on
didn't
where.
Didn't she accuse me of something though?
Not at all.
No, it's because I think what's happened here is I'm trying to talk. I get cut off, and she's trying to be like, wait, let her get her point, and then
That's not what she
because
said.
because you two have been butting heads.
You two are saying different things, you know. She said, what is it? You were talking about domestic abuse to children in
No,
in a
not even
relationship.
just to children, but witnessing it via parents. So my point
cool.
was,
And I said, okay, cool.
And who are you more likely to suffer domestic violence from as a woman? Right? An intimate partner. Okay? Who's not married to you. I swear to God, these hoes are dumb as fuck. You are more likely to suffer domestic violence from an intimate partner who you're not wedded to rather than someone that you are. So the likelihood of you being abused actually increases. One, the more people that you sleep around with, which they're not going to slow down. They're not going to slow down on that shit at all. Okay. They're not going to slow down on that shit at all. So they're going to continue to date, and they're just going to continue to increase the likelihood of domestic violence coming their way.
As in, okay, cool. I accept what you're saying. Then she accused me and said saying okay Q to abuse is wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. No, can you acknowledge you was wrong then?
I was not wrong. But you were literally,
bro, either it's one thing or not. Was you accusing me of saying okay cool to abuse
I was
or
saying
not?
okay cool to that because I literally was like, look, she literally was about to say about domestic violence and the statistics and the effect that it has. And then
I was going to ask her the statistics.
No, you said okay cool, but you're saying to me that I cut you off, which I apologize for. But you're not letting her finish what she has to say.
Bro,
and when it comes,
I can cut anyone. Listen. You gotta understand.
I think it's a very serious
talking,
topic.
Bro.
It's a very serious topic,
bro. That's not what the show's about. So we're gonna stick to what the show's about. You don't control this.
That is what you were saying.
Why can't you stop talking, bro? Why do you feel that when I'm talking you must carry on talking?
It's modern women, guys, man.
But this isn't your show. This isn't your thing. Like
you've invited me to be on here.
Yeah,
so
but you were told the rules at the beginning and you accepted the rules. You said that
I'm
cool.
not being rude to you.
You are being cool. You are, because what's the first rule? What's the first rule that they told you? Bruh, no, get off, man. I'm done with you, bruv. About have fun. Get out, have fun outside, bruv.
I just think that.
Go on.
I don't think she should have to, because the thing is, she's not. What's she done? What has she done?
What do you mean? What have I?
No,
I'm not even explaining. I'm not talking to you no more, bruv. Because I don't know who you think you are, but you're not that person here. So you should just leave. Just leave peacefully, innit? Just calm in it. You don't have to escalate it to make it a big deal. Just leave in it, please. Nicely, please.
Shall we go?
At the end of the day, like, we've been invited on here,
Right,
but I'm gonna
leave. Then leave in it. Cool in it. Whatever.
I think it's very rude.
Just get out, man. Turn their mics off, bro. Turn their mics off, bro. Bye. Bye.
Bye. See, she flat as hell too. Anyways, y'all seen it. I just wanted to show that walk off. We actually had a really good stream today. You already know what it is, man. Hey, make sure you comment right after. Make sure you comment right after the stream ends, guys, to support the channel. Hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that Super Trap. Support the OnlyFans as well. I'm gonna be posting more content on the OF. I'm gonna have to back up all my content to the OF because YouTube is, I don't know. My days are numbered on this bitch. But anyways, you already know what it is, man. Oh, check out the Rumble too. And all the links in the description box below. Twitter, Instagram, all that good shit. Also, get the Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course. You already know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody in here. But you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send relationship questions to the email down below with a screenshot of your Cash App so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking name in the BS. You already know.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.